It's interesting because now that I'm back on StreamYard, I hit go live, then I have to quickly hit the countdown button. And then once the countdown begins, I have 30 seconds before I have to go from just mere mortal Viper to YouTube Viper, right? It's interesting watching the timer count down from 29 to 0. And then once I show up on the screen, boom, it's go time. It's time to go. But we are back. We are live. It is Friday. Hello, y'all. How you doing? Good to see you all. Appreciate y'all being here. That's right. Viper is back. Viper is live. And we are here on YouTube. So, Zach, since I'm supposed to hit the timer first, didn't go live. See, no, because if I hit the timer first, then when you see the timer, it won't be at 30. I try to get the timer as close to 30 as possibly. So that's why I hit go live first. Then I hit the timer. But with that being said, current time, 6:02 p.m. Central Standard Time, which means you are in the right place. You are on the right YouTube channel, baby. Yes. So, for those of y'all who are Friday Night Vipe veterans, you know what's about to happen next. I don't got to explain it to you. You've been here for 5 years now. Y'all know what's going on. But for those of y'all who catch the replay, or if you don't come here regularly, this is the part of the live stream where I'm going to need you, yes, you, I'm going to need you to turn your volume down. Because if you don't turn your volume down, I will not be held liable for what your neighbors think about you listening to some loud dude on YouTube. That's on you, not on me. That's on you, not on me. Because that's why I give the disclaimers, okay? I'm not responsible for what's happening in your environment. If you turn Viper up too loud, that's on you. Now, that we got that disclaimer out of the way, I can go into the introduction, do the roll call, and then we can do what we got to do. I need to send something out real quick. Give me 1 second here. And once I send this out, we can go ahead and get the party started. Bam. All right. It is out there in the wild. All right. Let's go to work. Woo! Turn your volume down. Turn it down, y'all. Turn it down. Woo! What's up, people? Uh-oh. Oh, man. Hold on. Wait a minute. False start on the offense. 5-yard penalty. The headphone came out, so I couldn't hear myself, but now we back. Let's try it again. Oh, Lord. All right. How's the best way to do this? Okay, let's do it like this so it doesn't get caught up in anything. All right, let's try this again. Yeah. Woo! You ready? You ready? All right. The monkeys in the truck are ready. Let's go. What's up, people? This your boy Viper, the man about tech, and we are live. Welcome to Friday Night Fight, baby. Woo! Woo! Oh, yeah. It is that day again. We are back. We are live on YouTube. Woo! Yeah. All right. Now, before we get started with tonight's festivities, let me see who I got in the chat tonight. First on the list, my man Zach Talk Tech. What's up, bro? How you doing? Good to see you out here. We got Justin Collins. What's up, Justin? How you doing, man? We got the Tech God. What's up, Tech God? How you doing? Good to see you in the cut. We got Noah One. What's up, Noah? How you doing, Noah? Good to see you. Brian Tech is here. What's up, Brian? Good to see you, my dude. What's going on with you? Yeah. We got Technically T. What's up, bro? How you doing? Good to see you as always. We got Home Rapid Repair. What's up, man? How you doing? Good to see you in the cut. We got my dude, Digital Slang is in the building. What's up, Slang? How you doing, man? Appreciate you being here in the cut. We got Melly Cinco in the building. Hey, Melly, how you doing? Good to see you. We got my dude, Jeff Hell in the building. Hey, Jeff, good to see you, my dude. How you doing? We got Gwendolyn G in the cut. Hey, Gwendolyn, good to see you. How you doing? We got the internet's biggest troublemaker himself, Trenton Tech is here. What's up, Trenton? How you doing? Good to see you. And my man, we got Toriano Winston up in here. What's up, Mr. Winston? How you doing, my dude? Good to see you. Now, StreamYard is telling me that right now I have 25 people watching, but I did not call 25 names. So for all y'all out here lurking or don't want to comment, hello, happy Friday to y'all. Appreciate y'all dropping by. Either you can't comment because you're watching on a TV or you just don't want people to know that you watch Viper, whatever the hell the case may be. I appreciate you being here. I know y'all could be any other place out there, but you are rocking with Viper, so thank you. What is going on? Appreciate y'all being here. Oh, we got Jonathan Rash in the building. Jonathan, what's up? How you doing? Good to see you, my dude. What's going on? And Chelsea Service. Hey, Chelsea, how you doing? That's right. Illinois is in the building. Chicago's in the cut. What's up, Chelsea? Appreciate you dropping in. So, about wait. we got to talk about my man, channel member extraordinaire, Don Colvin is in the building. Anti-alert squad. What's up, Don? How you doing, my good? How you doing, my dude? My good. How you doing, my dude? Good to see you. So, you see the title of the live stream. We got to talk about this Google Pixel 8 Pro. Now, Google did not send me out a phone this year. I told y'all guys this, I think on last week or the week before last, right? Wasn't really planning on going out and getting one of these things, but there's been so much talk about this Pixel 8 Pro out there in the social medias and the YouTube that I just felt compelled to go out and get one just to see what the hype or the fuss was about it for myself. So a couple of days ago, I went out to Best Buy, and your boy Viper picked up the Google Pixel 8 Pro. We have it in the building. It's right here. I got the Obsidian. Unfortunately, they didn't have the Bay because, you know, Viper likes Bay. They didn't have Bay, so we got Obsidian. But hey, for my purposes, the phone it's a Pixel 8 Pro. I mean, the color's not a big deal. I put it in the case. It doesn't matter anyway. It is what it is. But we got it. It's in the building. It's in the house. And I've only been using it for like 2 days now. I've only had it for 2 days, but 504, what's up, bro? How you doing? Good to see you, my dude. Appreciate you. Fit Blonde Tech, what's up? Fit Blonde, how you doing? Good to see you in the cut. But Pixel 8 Pro, I've had it for a couple of days. And wait, we got more track. Yo, they just keep coming in. Yo, who let these people in late, yo? Wisdom Empire, what's up, bro? How you doing? Yeah, you late, bro. You late. What's going on? No, I'm just messing. What's going on, Wisdom? How you doing, man? And Ace Rock Tech, what's up, Ace? How you doing? Good to see you, my dude. What's going on? But the Pixel 8 Pro, 2 days in, and you know, I personally am not enamored with this phone like everybody else, but that does not mean it's a bad phone. I don't think it's a bad phone. I think it's the best Pixel they ever made. This Pixel 8 Pro is legit. Like, don't get me wrong. It's the best Pixel experience I've had on a Pixel so far. You know, you got the 120 Hz display. You got the best display on the Pixel. But the one thing, well, we got T. Dot Hollow. What up, T. Dot? How you doing? Appreciate you being here, T. Dot. But the one thing that I appreciate immediately about this phone is the brightness. Now, you can't really tell on camera here, but this thing is bright AF. Like, obviously, when they say the phone has 2,400 nits of brightness, it is what it is. But the brightness is immediate if you use any of the Pixels of the past. And again, they sent me phone from the Pixel 4 to the 7 Pro. So I've had a lot of Pixels over the past few years, and they were all dim. I always complained about how dim the displays were. Google must have heard our cry, because I wasn't the only one complaining about this. But we said year after year, Google, where's the brightness? Can we get a brighter display? They finally heard our cries. This thing is hitting the mark. I can finally look at this in the same way that I look at my iPhone, my Samsung. This thing finally measures up to the rest of the competition in terms of display brightness. I am feeling it. Yo, Tech Preacher, what's up, sir? How you doing? Good to see you. Appreciate you here. And before I go any further, you know, if we're talking Pixel, I got to bring in my resident Pixel expert to talk Pixel with us. It looks like he got all his phones on the table. He's out. He over here looking like he's about to play a hand of poker or something. I don't know what the hell's going on, but we got to bring in Zach Talks Tech out here. What up, sir? How you doing?
How you doing, man?
What is this? Like, is this a game of Pixel poker? What's happening over here?
This is a situation where my carrier has said I can hold on to the device until I have to trade it in. So Google sent me this one. I bought the blue one, and
Ooh,
then this is my 7 Pro. I still have to trade that one in. But you know what else, man? You know what the tech community helped me do this week?
what's that?
Look at this. Look at this.
What am I looking at?
The picture, man.
Oh,
You go back to my
let
previous
me
screen.
do that. There we go. That's better. Okay.
I've got the sweet bouquet, or as Brian calls it, blurry background.
Okay.
It looks good now.
Yeah. You are in the building. You're in the cut.
It looks good. So you're enjoying that black. You got the obsidian, correct?
Yeah, like I said, this is the only one that they had like readily available at Best Buy, so I just picked up what I could get. But yeah,
Did you see the porcelain in person?
no, I did not. But I mean, I know it looked good. I have no doubt that it looked good. I really wanted the blue, but the only place I can get that is from Verizon, and now they want to do that. So,
Okay.
got the black. I've been enjoying it. Like I said, I'm not enamored with it like everybody else, but I've never been how should I say this? The Pixel has never been one of the main phones that I rock with. It's always Apple or Samsung. I just am more comfortable, and I prefer One UI over the Pixel Android OS that the Google shipped. But this phone, I'm not going to discount what it brings to the table. The one thing that I don't like though is the display is flat, right? So the display is flipping the flat display.
Yep.
But I don't know if you can. It shows up on camera, but the back is curved, so it's almost like a U shape or whatever.
Well,
When you're holding it.
no, it's
Yeah.
what?
Yes, it is. Yeah. The back is kind of curved. Like it doesn't show up, but when you're holding it, it feels curved. So it just makes it a little bit uncomfortable to hold because
Really?
the back is not completely flat. It's kind of curvy. And it's just like, why? Why can't we
Well-
just make the whole phone flat? Like, I don't understand that. Like, I see it right there. But yeah, like after you turn like that, it's easier to see. But the back is kind of curved in a way, and it does make holding it a little weird. Again, it's not a deal breaker, but it's just something I noticed holding the phone. So
I don't see it unless I'm just completely blind.
I mean, he Chelsea that she can see the bin. So I'm not, again. You can tell more by holding it.
I'm okay with something having a bit of a curve.
Yeah, I mean, listen, this is something that you won't notice unless you hold the phone. You can't really see it on camera. It doesn't come up on camera. But when you're holding it, it feels like there's a bend in the back. And I don't know why they did that. But again, it's not a deal breaker. It's not the worst thing in the world.
Do you remember the LG curve? That thing was like extreme, right? Do you remember that one? It was like a full.
I remember the Galaxy Nexus phones. They were curved back too, and all that. Or the screens were kind of curved, but the back were curved too. But it's a slight gripe that I have. But again, not a deal breaker.
Mm-hmm.
I think the big thing is that a lot of people are talking about the AI features of the phone.
Mm-hmm.
And I told you guys, I don't know if I mentioned this on the Elijah Moore and Coffee Talk. I think I mentioned it in Coffee Talk, but the AI features don't really move the needle for me because I am not a person that wants to manipulate my photos like that. I tested them out though. I mean, they work fine. Although I will agree with Mr. Who's the Boss that sometimes it does take a few seconds for it to register to change it, but you got to understand that stuff happening. You have to go up to the cloud and come back down out of the cloud, and I mean that's what you're going to get because it's not happening on device. But still, it does take a few seconds. So
let me ask you this. Let me ask you this. Have you ever put a filter on a photo?
No.
Come on.
No.
Really?
I don't manipulate
even when
photos.
you're doing you're in the gym thing. You've never you've never put a filter on. Never. Have you ever cropped a photo?
Yeah, I've cropped the photo, but I've never put a filter on one. Now,
so how is this? So I find this an interesting argument. Okay, so I posted yesterday and then today on Twitter X, and yeah, I'm going to call it Twitter X.
Twitter X.
I posted a picture of kind of like before and after using the Magic Magic editor. So first I tapped to like erase a few things, and then I told it golden hour or whatever, right? And then it filled in things and it got rid of the rooftops and everything. How is this any different? Or I shouldn't say how is it any different. This to me, this feels like the next step in like a Photoshop type thing.
I would agree with that.
Except that it's more accessible and it's a little bit easier. And yes, you can. It's more like touch and go kind of thing. And of course, the people that are going to excel are the ones that take it to the next level, other than just pushing and going kind of thing. But how's it any different? For example, like when I had my wedding photos done, they whitened my teeth a little bit to make it look a little bit better, or they smoothed out my wife's skin a little bit or something like that. Like I'm talking like this like 15 years ago, or like, oh wait, how long have we been married? 14 years ago. So like, do you know what I mean? Like to me, this just feels like Photoshop, but kind of just almost for everybody.
To me, it's not really that different. It basically is like a mini Photoshop on your phone. Like you said, it just makes it more accessible to more people because now they have them on device. So anybody that buys this phone or the Pixel 8, they have those AI features and they can do that stuff. But again, just because it's present on the phone doesn't mean that people will use it. Like me, I'm probably not going to use them that much because again, it's not for me. But I can see a lot of people who are creators have already started to take advantage of it. I can see non-creators taking advantage of it because there are people out there that do like to edit and manipulate their photos a little bit, and they're definitely going to get a lot out of the phone. Like the Magic Eraser feature is just one of the most mind-blowing things
it's good
of the last like 3 or 4 years. It's legit. Like there's just no denying that feature and what you can do with it. This thing takes it a step further, which giving you the ability to move objects around in a picture, which is just mind-blowing. Again, kind of crazy that you can move stuff around. And then we were talking about, I think there was some discussion around the best face feature or whatever, the best take or the best shot, a best take or whatever.
It's called best take.
Yeah.
And my pet peeve with that feature is, first of all, I love it as a parent, but I don't like the way it's being presented by some members of our community.
I thought you were talking about that on Twitter.
Yeah, let's talk about that really quick. Listen, if you're going to do tech reviews and you're going to talk about features of a phone and software and whatnot, you need to properly communicate that. Best Take uses the faces from the same session at the same time. So you're with a group of friends, someone snap, takes 3 or 4 pictures, then it pulls from that based on what you say, yay or nay. It'll give recommendations and you go. It's not taking your face like Nicolas Cage and from Face Off, and then that's not what it's doing. And when you present it like that, of course people are going to get nervous and upset.
To your point, it's only taking information that it already has on the phone. Like you said, if somebody takes like 5 pictures in a row, the phone has the ability to compile all the pictures together and give you the best take, the best shot.
Like, for example, like if we were to take a photo here, like 5 photos together here, and then we moved over here, it would not put those together. They have to be in the exact same area, the exact same spot. Like literally, if you move the camera this way to a different wall, turn around 180 degrees,
it won't do it.
It won't. It has to be from the same session. It will recognize that you went, take a picture.
Yep. It's pretty cool. And it was doing it for pictures that I took a while ago, just not pictures I took with the phone. It was doing it for pictures that I took a while ago, but I took them at within seconds of each other, and it literally took the data from those pictures, and it did that.
A lot of these new features are all dependent on the photo being backed up in Google Photos.
Yeah.
So, for example, let's say you're out and about, like when I was on the weekend, and I wanted to show the guy at Pixel Park. There's an actual place here called Pixel Park. It's a downtown thing, and I wanted to show him the Magic Editor thing. I couldn't get it to work because the photo that I had just taken of the skyline downtown was not uploaded to Google Photos. Once I forced it, I did a cellular upload, I was able to do it. And that goes back to your point about how you can pull old photos, anything from your Google Photos, and do stuff with it. Same as like last year with Magic Eraser, people doing the unblur effect to photos from like 20, 30 years ago, right?
Yeah. So here's the thing, like some of the AI features I'm not going to use because, again, I don't do photo manipulation, but there are other AI features on this phone that I can see myself using greatly and other people can use to great effect. The call screening stuff is just incredible. I mean, come on now, like who can't use that?
Yeah.
What else? Oh, the language interpreter. My God, like that is incredible. You can literally have a conversation with somebody talking a completely different language because of the phone and other Google products like it. Like it's crazy.
So spoiler alert, last Sunday there's a Chinese restaurant where I actually we took the family out to when we found out we were pregnant with Brandon like 11 years ago. And like they don't speak English at all. You have to literally point or anything, but it's the best Chinese food in the city. And we went there last Sunday with the kids, and I filmed this. It's gonna be a video. I used a live translate to have a full conversation with the owner, who knows very broken English, and it was wild. It was like real time. It's the first time I've ever done it. I know it's been around for a while, but it was really cool using it.
Yeah, just the fact that this phone can break those barriers down is nothing short of incredible. And anybody can use that. It's not just a tech nerd thing like 120 hertz. That's the feature that most people can use. So Let's be real, it's a secondary feature. But being able to talk to somebody in a different language is actual real life stuff that a lot of us can get use out of. So that's cool. One of my favorite features on here is now playing. Like if I'm out and about and I hear a song in the background, it literally shows up what the song is and who things are on the Pixel, like in real time. That's crazy. Not sure why that's not on iPhone. Somebody mentioned why this is not on iPhone, given the fact that Apple owns Shazam. Hopefully it's something they can do in the future. But the fact that Google's already been doing it for a few years now.
It's one of my favorite features.
Yeah, I love that feature.
Yeah.
So just different quality of life features that this phone does and Pixels before I have done is one of the reasons why this phone, I think, will always be at the top of the top tier. This is just really the first time in a while that Google has actually put flagship technology into their Pixel phone, because
you talk about the speakers. Nobody's talking about the speakers. They're really good this year.
The speakers are weird. They're weird to me. Okay. Tell me if you notice this. When I'm watching YouTube, the speaker may be the best I've ever heard on a smartphone. Like, I don't know why, but YouTube audio on this phone, legit. But when I'm playing music via YouTube Music, it sounds a little tinny compared to the iPhone. I don't know why that is.
I haven't done enough music comparison, but like I'll agree with you with the YouTube thing. I'm like, why does my video sound so good? Do I actually right?
It's crazy. It sounds, I don't know, the speakers for YouTube. I don't know what's going on with the Kodak or whatever, but when I'm watching YouTube videos with this phone, the speaker, chef kiss. Yeah. But it's not the same when I'm listening to music. The music does not sound as good as the YouTube audio.
That would be
it doesn't sound bad.
No.
But the YouTube audio on this phone is
that'd be a good test for Mr. El Jefe Reviews.
Yeah, I don't know. I don't know why. I don't know. Cause to me, it should sound like, because the YouTube video have bass and richness and fullness to the audio. I don't get that same feeling when I'm listening to music with this phone. But again, the speakers are, like you said, they're good. Like, they are surprisingly good on this phone. So I would definitely give Google credit for that. The display. The display. The display is chef kiss. And the oleophobic coating that they use on the display, my finger feels so good sliding up and down around the display, navigating. I don't know what type of oleophobic coating they're using on here, but I like it. But I turned it up to full resolution or whatever, because I hate not using the full features of a phone. But the display is snappy, it's bright, it looks beautiful. It's right up there with Apple and Samsung displays. I mean, Samsung makes the displays. I mean, of course it should be up there with it, but yeah. It's all good stuff.
Did you go get your Halloween wallpaper that I linked to?
I'm not into Halloween like that.
No, this is cool, man. This is really cool.
I mean, if you're into pumpkins, I mean, absolutely. But Viper doesn't do the whole pumpkin thing.
But you do pumpkin spice.
No, I do not do pumpkin spice.
Okay, that's right. Yeah, you hate it. I forgot about that.
Right. The hell out of here, that bullshit. but yeah. This phone. I mean, it's gonna
better
be
than the Fold.
What's that?
So if you were to judge the front display of the Fold, not the fact that it folds, the Pixel Fold, against that, which one would you pick?
Probably this one. I think this one has the better display.
Spicy. Yeah, I know.
Yeah. I still have my Pixel Fold though. I didn't get rid of anything like that to have it. But this phone, it's gonna have to be in the contention for phone of the year. I don't think it can do it though, because I don't know. Again, when I'm using this next to an iPhone or a Samsung, the speed is apparent. Like, this phone is not slow, but it's not as quick and responsive as an iPhone or a Samsung. It's just not.
I'm interested to know. I don't know if anybody's torn it down yet to look for this, but I know that a lot of people had problems with the modems in the previous designs. And it wasn't across the board. Like, some people in the United States did, some people overseas and whatnot. And it to me, it always seemed like, from what I was told from my own research, that it was a carrier provisioning issue plus modem issue. But myself personally, I have no problem. I'm getting 5G here in my basement.
The modem seems to be working fine for me here. But I know Max Weinbach said that they're using an older version of a 5G modem of Qualcomm in this phone, so it's not using the most up-to-date modem.
Okay.
So that's just a cost-cutting measure I guess Google took for this device. So that is what that is. So you might not get cell reception like you will with your Samsung. Like, Samsung using the absolute best modems on planet Earth. Kudos to Samsung. But you're not going to get that with this phone. But again, it works. So, I mean, it is what it is. The data works and it does what it's supposed to do. So I don't really have too many issues there. The one thing that I don't understand, and it happens on every Pixel device, why can't Pixel and Twitter app play along? I don't understand. Like,
what do you mean? Like, I have no problem with the Twitter app. Okay,
no. The scrolling on Twitter with a Pixel, it's just not it. Like, it's choppy. It's like it dropped frames. And this happens on every Pixel device. And I don't understand why, because if you put it right next to an S23 Ultra, it's like night and day, yo.
The issue I'm having right now, because I checked against my 7 Pro. So I got Twitter on both of these, or actually I have Twitter on all 3 of them. And on the 8 and 8 Pro, my custom navigation settings that you get with premium won't stick, and they're both on the same version. So it's got to be an 8 Pro issue. But for the scrolling, I've never really noticed what you're talking about. Like, I see a difference when I go 60 to 120 hertz, obviously, but you're saying it sticks, like it's not smooth?
If you like if you're just flicking up and down, you won't notice it. But if you go slowly and you do this right next to an S23 Ultra on an iPhone, you will notice that this is choppy.
Okay. So you're noticing it when you compare it to another device, like
Yes.
side by side?
Yes,
Not,
it is.
well, what about like right now?
Like it's fine. Like again, depending on how you scroll, it works fine.
Okay.
And some of the stuff is nitpicking because you won't notice unless you have another phone right next to it.
Yeah.
But I've used the iPhones and the Samsungs, and I'm using this now, and I noticed it. Like, and again, this is not just a problem with this phone. This has been an issue with Pixel dating back to last 4 or 5 years. So I don't know what is it with the Pixel phones and the Twitter app never playing together, or never being optimized.
You say that because
it's crazy.
It's funny you say that because I absolutely hate the iOS version of Twitter, except the fact that there's like some custom features here and there that seems like that Twitter for iPhone gets first. Like, for example, when you're in Spaces, like you get all these weird effects and everything like that. It's weird, and just little things like that. But the only issue I've found so far myself with Twitter and the new phones is that that custom navigation won't stick, and I don't know why. Like, I'd like to have my stuff in a certain order, and I'm paying for that with Blue, and it's not working, or Premium, or what the heck they call it now.
Well, with Twitter, everything changing per device. Like if I set a custom app icon for one device, it doesn't transfer to other devices.
It's local.
I have to set the app icon for every device. It's kind of weird. So Twitter's just weird that way.
Yeah.
I don't know why.
I want to ask you a quick question, just completely off topic, because I see you eyeballing it. I can see your eyes. Did you get yourself one of these?
No. I have they sent me the one they released earlier with the 130 watt GAN.
They sent you the big boy?
Huh?
They sent you the big boy? This is 35 watts. Can you believe this?
Yes. Nomad's awesome.
That's crazy. I love it.
I don't need another charger, so I'm good. But yeah, I've seen those are looking nice, but I'm happy with the 130 watt one. The 130 watt one is clutch because it allows you to plug in 3 devices.
It's heavy, hey? It's like a weapon.
Like it's heavy, but it allows me to plug in 3 devices at the same time. I'm like, there we go. I like that. I like that. But I mean, I made notes for this. But the Pixel phone, this Pixel 8 Pro, I'm going back to the Pixel 8 Pro. I mean, again, it's doing a lot. It has a lot of things going for it. It's doing a lot right this time around. Although I noticed for the first time today that the phone slightly got a little warm when I was doing some scrolling and scrolling YouTube and different things like that. But it's nothing like I've experienced in the past with Tensor chips.
Yeah, mine got warm during the initial load-in, and that was about it. That's the only thing.
But that's every smartphone, so I don't really count that.
Yeah.
But just regularly using this thing, just doing scrolling and opening up apps, it got slightly warm, but that was the first time I did it, and I've had it for 2 days. So I don't think I can call the warming thing an issue with this phone. It seems like Google finally nipped it in the bud, finally.
Well, if you want to warm your hands, just grab yourself an iPhone 15.
Before the update, yes. After the update, before the update. But yeah, I don't know what it is with Google and their chips getting warm for no reason at all. But again, it's not a big problem on this phone, so I wouldn't really knock that on this phone. Let's see, what else did I want to talk about? Portrait mode.
Now, we talked about this yesterday. Yeah,
portrait mode. I don't like Google used to have the absolute best portrait mode on planet Earth, no questions asked, but they fell behind because Samsung now has the absolute best portrait mode on planet Earth. And now iPhone is finally caught up with Samsung this year, and Google is in third, a strong third, yo.
So go ahead.
I
was gonna say when I reviewed the S23 Ultra, the first thing I noticed right away is like when I take a portrait mode, I'll do like a straight on, and then I'll purposely turn my head because I have the clear frames, and I want to see if it catches that. The S23 Ultra every time caught it, like it didn't go through.
Yep.
And then I think I replied to your tweet yesterday saying I had to take this twice, right? Not a big deal. I mean, it's not like we have film, but still, it was very apparent that they're still working on that, and you can see there's an edge, but obviously they're whatever it is, that Google uses, or AI, whatever you want to call it, is still kind of missing that. It doesn't happen all the time. It doesn't happen as much as it used to, but it still happens. It never happened with the S23 Ultra.
Never.
Happened. Yep.
But besides glassing, there's just some other edge detection issues that the phone have when taking pictures in portrait mode, depending on what your background is. So hopefully Google can clean that up, because again, Samsung does not miss at all. They just don't miss. And Apple has gotten a lot better this year. And it's kind of crazy, because to me, Apple should have the absolute best portrait mode edge detection, because they have a dedicated sensor for it, but they don't. Samsung still have better edge detection than iPhone, but Apple is like 1A this year. They're like right behind Samsung. So they the fact that they're finally putting that LiDAR sensor to use an iPhone to get those best portrait mode shots. Thank you, Apple. It took you long enough, but we appreciate it. We definitely appreciate it. But Google, you're in third, bro. You got lapped. I guess this is the case of a company resting on laurels and not improving their portrait mode, and now they're looking at Apple and Google in the review, or they're looking at Apple and Google behind. So they need to figure it out.
I think a lot of it's going to do with like the lighting situation. Like, would it look better in the dark? It would light behind you, light in front of you, and everything like that. So, but like I said, I never, in all my testing with the 23 Ultra, never once. So
going back to the cameras. The camera situation, these cameras are great. Like, I'm not saying these cameras are bad. These cameras are absolutely great. I think whatever phone takes the best pictures depends on the situation. I'll compare and shop between this and the iPhone 15 Pro Max. I really didn't make the comparison with the S23 Ultra, but I had the 15 Pro Max and this phone in hand. And in certain situations, the iPhone took the better picture. In certain situations, this phone took the better picture. I think this phone takes better pictures in low light. That's been my experience over the iPhone. Also, this phone's pictures seem to be more detailed in some instances than iPhone, which is weird, because the iPhone pictures come out point and shoot, they come out at 24 megapixels, and this phone picture come out at 12.5.
Okay, well, have you tried the Pro mode?
No, I haven't tried Pro mode yet. No.
Okay, so when you use the Pro mode, there's a bit of a delay. It's not like as instant. You're getting way more detail. If you're doing Pro mode, I'll tell you this right now: use a tripod, even if you're just doing point and shoot, because it will end up being a little bit, make sure you have it stabilized.
To be honest, I'll probably never use Pro mode. I have no reason to. I don't really edit pictures like that. But just doing point and shoot, again, this phone takes I think I took a picture of my hand and just the detail of my hand that the phone took with this rear camera took was kind of crazy compared to what the iPhone took. I'm like, the hell, man. So the level of detail, I guess the post the image signal processing and the post processing of the phone really makes the picture sharp and clear, sometimes sharper and clearer than the iPhone, even though the iPhone has more pixels to work with. So that's interesting. But in other situations, the iPhone clearly takes a better picture. Oh, the other thing I noticed about this phone, and I think it lines up with what a lot of reviewers were saying, the zoom capability is better, even though both the iPhone and the Pixel do 5 times zoom. This phone takes a better zoom picture.
Right? Yeah.
It's funny. I don't know if you saw the tweet I made yesterday, but I took a picture of some Verizon signage in a strip mall or whatever. Okay. And the first 4 letters of the Verizon signage were out. They were not lit up. They were out. So the ZON was the only letters that were lit up. I took the same picture with this phone and the iPhone. Looking at the picture taken with this phone, it was easy to see that the signage was one part of the signage was out and the other part of the signage was lit up. With the iPhone, it looked like all of the signage was out. I'm like, damn, that's interesting to me. That the
wow, I didn't see this from yesterday.
Yeah. Oh, so you're looking at it. Yeah.
So like filled it in. They talked about this at the presentation.
Yeah, like the Pixel picked up on the fact that only 3 of those letters were lit up, and it picked it up on it. It like got a hold of that and like really. Literally projected that in the picture. Like, okay,
that's a good test. I never thought about checking for that.
But the iPhone I feel like it kind of muted the fact that the last 3 letters were lit up. Because the iPhone picture looks like they're all the same. They're all like out or something, but that was not the case. So when I was looking at those pictures side by side, I'm like, damn, that's like.
I wonder kind of like the moon thing with Samsung's, if that's something you can toggle.
You know what? There might be something to it, but when I'm taking photos, Zach, I personally want the most realistic representation of what I'm looking at in real life.
Yeah.
And the Pixel gave me that when I did that comparison, because again, the last 3 letters of the Verizon sign were lit up. The other first 4 were not. The Pixel caught that. The iPhone kind of did not catch that, or didn't catch it as well as the Pixel caught it. So that, to me, the Pixel represented a truer to life, accurate representation of what I was looking at that moment than the iPhone did.
Can you bring this up here? This is what we were talking about earlier, just so people can see. This is this is
oh.
the original. This is the original photo. I was just sitting in the parking lot after getting gas. I was checking some messages. I was actually listening to Coffee Talk. This is from this morning. Okay. And then I loaded it up when I got home and put it into Magic Editor, and poof. I mean, yeah, that's pretty extreme, right?
That's witchcraft. That looks like a real estate developer took over and like gutted everything.
Yeah, it was weird. I went through a couple of different iterations. Like it kept on doing weird things here, but I really took it because of the sky. But craziness, right? And I'm pretty sure if people didn't know any better, you could just pass this off as, hey, I pulled over this place in the Northwest Territories and I took this picture. You know what I mean? Like, oh yeah, okay, cool, right? Just wild. Like I tapped on the building, I tapped on the car, I tapped on the gas tank thing, I tap, and then boom.
So here's the thing, right? And this is what makes the Pixel 8 and 8 Pro so special when it comes to the image editing. The Pixel 8 Pro and 8, when you magic erase something, it just doesn't remove that object from the background. What it does is that not only does it remove the object from the background, whatever was behind the object, the AI will try to predict what should be there and generatively fill it, which is mind blowing. Like,
I took some pictures of my son.
What the hell?
I took some pictures of my son over a cliff face overlooking the city, overlooking one of the major freeways, and there was already some small spruce trees right there. And I said, "Hey, move to the left and right," and he did. And then when they did the thing, when we got home after we got into the cloud there, I was like, I couldn't tell the difference. I pixel peeped and everything. I'm like, it looks like it was there. It doesn't look. I know that tree was not there. It's just
right. Like the way that the Pixel 8 and 8 Pro uses AI to make the picture look like something that it would normally look like is kind of crazy. Like what the hell? like no other phone's doing that. Okay.
When it hits, and when it misses, it misses.
It
you know, misses. It's either damn or damn,
ooh. Right? Yeah. But the fact that they can have AI do that is legit. Like I can't take that away. But to Mr. Who's the Ball point and in video, and for some reason everybody got mad about this stuff doesn't happen instantaneously on the phone. Like it has to go up to the cloud. It does its processing in the cloud, and then it comes back down, and that takes about 4 or 5 seconds.
Yeah, and the fact that it has to go to the cloud tells me that this feature will come to other Pixels and people with Google Photos in the future, just like we saw with Magic Eraser, like with the Photo on Blur. Have you tried the audio Magic Eraser?
I have not.
It is really it's I wouldn't call it really good. It's good. It's good. It does a really good job. It's pretty wild.
From the examples I heard online, it does a pretty good job of voice isolation, but then it sounds like it's artificially generated.
There's sections depending on how the noise is going. But if you, for the most part, when we've done the auto part, it's good. I think it'll improve. Yeah.
What's up, Joe? What's up, John? How you doing? And Hefe says, yeah, that's why his Magic Erase photo came out looking better on the 8 than the 7 in the Fold, because there's no AI generative fill on the 7 in the Fold right now. But like Zach was saying, it should, because that's a cloud thing.
Yeah.
So theoretically, it should come to the older phones, or it should come to Google Photos in the future, you would think, but I don't know.
It's funny, when we were in the virtual thing before the embargo, I could talk about this now. It's okay. Someone asked that question a few times. So like, will these features come to Google Photos eventually down the road? Just like, the Unblur and this and that. And then they didn't say anything. They just moved on to the next part of the presentation.
Oh yeah. Oh, we all know. I mean, we gotta do is look to the past to know what Google can do with those type of features. They're coming. We know.
Yeah.
But yeah, the AI stuff, the what this phone can do with AI in terms of pictures, in terms of just all the other stuff that they are doing with AI on the phone, it's incredible. I mean, the live language translation stuff, the now playing stuff with the music, which is not really AI, but still it's pretty cool. The Magic Editor, the Magic Eraser stuff, the AI generative fill stuff, like the audio eraser thing, like, which is AI. So I mean, there's a lot of stuff going on with the Pixel that has to be commended. My own, again, I as a consumer looking at it from outside of the creator lens, as a consumer, I only question how much of that stuff will be useful to a normal person that's not a techie. right?
Mhm.
That's where my question come in. But again,
They've made the tools simple enough that quote unquote the everyday person could be just click and
right,
away you go. And that goes back to we talked at the top of the hour there, which is the people that can harness this and use it in conjunction with other tools that they have or whatnot are the ones that are going to excel down the road. And this is like general AI in general when it comes to artistic type stuff, right? Creative stuff. So it's nice that they've made it simple. Like for example, Best Take, any family, anybody that's ever taken a group shot, anybody that has a kid that runs around or looks away and everything like that, can
yep,
relate to that, right? It's a brilliant feature. I mean, before we had Best Take, now you got your best shot, right? And this just makes sense, right? Now the audio thing, I'm not sure if that works for those kind of situations as well. I guess we'll have to see, right? But
yeah. Again, all the features in the phone, the compilation, the suite of features are incredible. I mean, I can't take anything away from Google. The only thing I can say for me personally, I probably won't get the use out of it that Google thinks that people will get out of it. But that's just me.
I don't think you're doing AI every day to your stuff, but I mean,
yeah, but there are other people that will get a lot of use out of this phone, and another thing is that this thing is competitively priced. It's $9.99. Although that's only for 128 gig, but I mean, most people don't really need more
let's
than
talk about
128.
that price increase because I know a lot of people are like, "What?" Right? In my opinion, hardware wise alone, not just the AI, not just the software, but for the hardware improvement of a flat screen and the brighter screen and the better speakers, that, in my opinion, is worth the justified increase. That alone, those three things. You tack on the AI stuff and obviously the improvements, the 48 megapixel telephoto, because they went from 12 to 48 for the pro modes and whatnot. That's huge as well. I think that the price increase is definitely justified in here. I'm going to say for like 95% of people, and I'm thinking about this. I might just stay here because I'm not sure how often I'm going to be using the pro stuff, and I really dig the size of this. This is actually smaller than the 7, or smaller than the 7, smaller than the 7A, and that's actually shorter than the 6A. It's like the perfect size. I know that Tina, my wife, has been eyeing it, and I'm just like, I'd have to get back to you on that. So yeah, I really like it, and also the brushed finish on these
Mm,
on the regular series,
mhm.
amazing. I want Google to do this, but with this next year. I want to do this back, but with these railings. That's my wish. But I feel like for 95% of people, unless you need Pro, unless you need 48 megapixel telephoto, unless you need a bigger screen, bigger battery, you will be fine with the 8. I promise you.
Oh yeah. The other thing that people have been talking about a little bit, and I don't think it's that big of a deal, the fingerprint sensor. I don't think it's. Let me see if I can do this correctly. Do. Okay. Come on. What are you doing? Oh, or whatever. But hold on. Yeah, it opens right up. Now the techies are talking about how it's not an ultrasonic fingerprint sensor; it's still an optical. It's still, we can tell. Who cares? It
You
works.
know what?
It's not a big deal.
It is so fast now that I have unlocked my phone more often using the face unlock. And I
Mm,
think that's something else that we should also talk about as well. Google's now using the highest authentication possible, security possible for the face unlock.
yeah.
Before, with my banks, I had to use my fingerprint or a PIN or my passcode in order to get into my banks. Now, my banks allowed me to set up on my Pixel 8, my Pixel 8 Pro, using the face unlock or those other features. I can now get in my banking by just looking. And that's amazing.
That is pretty cool. For full transparency, I don't have Face Unlock enabled just because usually Face Unlock on Android is hit or miss, and I just don't feel like dealing with it. And when it's dark, it just
Dude,
becomes
it's
useless.
fast. It's good, man. Like you should set up right now. It's fast. It's good.
Yeah, I mean it's fast and optimum lighting, but as soon as you get low light, it gets a little crazy. So I don't know. But hey, if they made it better, more power to them. And the fact that it can now be used to secure to unlock your secure app, kudos. I mean that's pretty cool. We like that. But yeah, I mean Google has done a lot. I mean, listen, we as tech reviewers, we've been lamenting all of the things that the Pixel have been missing or hasn't done right over the years. I know I have. I know other people have. And it seems like they got it right this year. Like, there's not many things that we can complain about with this particular phone. Like, Google has literally given us everything that we complained about, or they fixed all the problems that we've addressed in the past. They pretty much fixed on the phone.
Now, I pointed this out again yesterday on Twitter X. I was kind of fishing a little bit with this, but I mean, there's no lie in this. But one thing I've noticed, like a week later, I don't see any consistent complaining about features with these devices, unlike, but at the same time, I know that kind of hate gets the clicks and the attention. So,
yeah, speaking of features, we know that there's a couple of features that are coming to the Pixel later on. I think the video boost and the night sight video, I think they're both coming later this year.
Mm-hmm.
There was some talk about if Google will actually deliver on those features. Now, if there's one company that delivers features better than any other company down the line, it is Google.
Yeah,
like they have feature drops damn near every month, it seems like, to improve their Pixel phone. So I'm not worried about that at all.
Yeah.
If Google says those features are coming, you can better believe those features are coming down the road. Like,
one thing, if speaking of feature drops and whatnot, one thing I'm glad that they announced and just made clear, we will drop feature updates and feature drops, monthly updates, when they're ready, right? Because forever it was always the first Tuesday of the month. If you were in North America, you got it right away, or if you were overseas, you got it on Monday, kind of thing. And then they slipped and went a few days into like Thursday or Friday, and then the following week, and then it was kind of like all over the place. And of course, all of us tech nerds are getting upset. Meanwhile, everybody else in the real world is, still trying to figure out how to turn their phone on. So I'm glad that we can probably expect them monthly, but they'll be ready when they're ready. So I'm glad that they made that kind of clear.
Yes. Yeah. I want to talk about Joseph's comment for a minute.
Hmm.
Joseph, you could not be more correct about this. When using this side by side with the iPhone 15 Pro Max, everything that's going to happen with that picture on the iPhone is happening right there in your viewfinder.
Mm-hmm.
That ain't the case with Pixel. That's never been the case with Pixel. You see what you see, but the phone doesn't AI post-processing things after the picture is taken, and that's why you have to take sometimes wait 2 or 3 seconds after for it to get that final picture. Again, like you said, that's a difference in philosophy. I think I kind of prefer the way iPhone does it for me to see what I
clear. Both devices, both Apple and whether it's Samsung or Google, whatever, everybody has their own post-processing thing that it does.
Yeah.
It's not like the Pixel 8 is doing a crazy AI thing. You have to select that. But I understand what Joe is trying to say.
Yeah.
But yeah,
there's more happening in post on the Pixel than any other phone, and it's always been that way. I mean, it's always that's their thing. They do everything post processing. You take the image that you see in front of you, but then Google's going to do their best to make it a better picture on the back end. Apple and iPhone, they are doing all that shit like right there in the viewfinder. So when you snap that photo, when you press that button, that's the picture you're going to get. You're not getting no. Although to that point, especially with the iPhone 15 Pro Max or whatnot, there is some slight post-processing that goes on after the fact with the iPhone, but it's like instantaneous almost. So there's something that I've noticed this year. But yeah, Google's always been like that. Again, I think the camera talk is so overblown now because every phone takes a great picture these days, man. Like there's not that many phones that just have blatantly bad cameras. Like they all have decent enough cameras for what you need them to do.
Yep. Yeah, I've said it for a long time. I think any phone in the last 5 years, 10 years, maybe even, if you're using proper lighting, proper composition and whatnot, I mean, you're good to go. And I think most people just want to be able to pull a phone out of their pocket and just take a good picture. And you're still going to get that out of cameras from within the last 5-6 years, right? So,
yeah, it's no issue, man. To see the rhetoric that goes on Twitter and YouTube about which phone is better, this, that, and the other. I mean, the thing that we don't really talk about as tech creators and tech reviewers too much is that a lot of the stuff that we highlight and nitpick about with these phones is stuff that normal consumers will never notice because they will never have 2 phones side by side or 3 phones side by side. They will buy whatever phone they buy and they will be happy with what they get because that's all they have. They don't know what the iPhone does differently from a Samsung because they don't have both phones side by side. Now, part of that is our job to differentiate those differences, but when we're comparing phones like that, I don't know if those comparisons matter that much.
And that's why I kind of like what Google's done this year. They started with this last year, but it made it more so this year with more of a tech lifestyle push and everything. If you look at the marketing, everything leading up to the presentation, everything, it's all very much. But I mean, for example, I'm gonna highlight the best take thing again. Okay, so we had best shots, which means it's taking a quick little video, and then of course you can scroll through and you can find like a better shot, right? But now we have best take. So yes, you can take a great photo with an iPhone. Okay, snap, 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 snap. Okay, and then pick from those 5 photos, whatever it is, right? Or you can snap with your Pixel, have a great photo, and pick the one where your daughter's not looking away, kind of thing, right? So, and that's taking that techie stuff and just taking it to that real level that everybody can relate to. So I really like that intersection of tech, lifestyle, and everyday type stuff that they've done more so this year than any other year. I'm just a big fan of how they've done it.
Yeah, it's legit, man. It's legit. I see my man Big Clouds in the building. What's up, sir? How you doing? Good to see you. Our man Don Coben is like, yo, if it don't fold, don't talk to me. I ain't mad, Don. I'm not mad.
Well, this guy,
I'm not mad, yo.
I went for dinner with on Tuesday with Don. Went to an awesome steak place. Don's an awesome person. He rented a Tesla, so I felt good about myself during the ride there and back. But this man, the whole time, he's just. It was good. It was pretty cool. I wish I'd taken more pictures together, but it was a good chat.
Yeah. I'm listen. I see. I'm looking at this tweet that T put out here. When did he put out the tweet? 29 minutes ago about giving up his spot in Team Pixel. Like, listen. Would I have it? I don't know, T. But I told you what to do, my dude. You need to go out there and pick somebody in the tech community that you rock with, that you know will do something with the phone, and send it to them. That's all it is, man. Because it'll mean much more coming from you than it will be coming from Team Pixel. Because I mean, when you have the trust, when you have the confidence from another creator that they are confident enough to send you something because they know you'll do something with it, that just feels good, especially from an up and coming creator. Like, just think about if an up and coming creator like got mail from Technically T, like, yo, I feel like you're doing work. Here's the phone. I expect you to make some great content with it. Boom, you gonna make somebody's day, yo.
So people that want to review the Pixel,
you gotta handle that.
I've already probably picked it up, right? Like I was already planning on getting the Pro. I did not know if I was going to get one. I was actually told straight up, like, hey, we want you to be part of the thing, but you know, units are short and everything. And I told them, I said, you know, if I get it late, that's fine, everything like that. And you know, fortunately they sent this to me, but I'm glad I was able to do something here with the Pro as well. But you know, hopefully T can find somebody that, you know, hasn't picked up the device yet or, you know, whatnot. And the thing I would hate to see is for T to send it to somebody and then them not to do anything with it, you know? So
yeah, like I think it was 3 years ago. I think it was 2 or 3 years ago. LG sent me the LG Wing, which was pretty cool.
I remember that.
I did my stuff with it, and then when I was done with it, I sent it to Trent because he wanted the phone at the time, but he didn't get it sent to him. And I knew that if I sent it to Trent, he would do something with it. And I sent it to him.
Huh? It was a cool phone.
Yeah, I sent it to him, and he did his thing because that's what I knew he would do. So that's what I'm talking about, man. Just find somebody that you know is about that business, that you know that's trying to build their channel up, and just send it along, man, because you know they're going to do good work with it, man. Because the work thing is, like you said, Zach, to send them to somebody that's going to sit on it and do nothing with it. That ain't cool.
Yeah, and it doesn't have to be like something every single day, but like consistency, right? Even if it's just like showing us once a week, like what you've been doing with it or something like that, right?
Yeah.
So,
Aaron Gamer, what's up, man? How you doing? Appreciate you dropping in the cut. I see Jay Boogie out there in 8th and Josh King Yonev. What's up? What's up? Appreciate y'all being here. But yeah, man, so far, this is the best Pixel experience I've had so far. I'm enjoying it.
Better than the Fold experience?
Better than the what?
Better than the Pixel Fold experience? Or is that just a different experience altogether because it opens?
Yeah, I think that's a different experience.
Yeah.
But out of regular Pixels, this is definitely the best experience I've had. You know what? I didn't know until this year, but Gboard on Android is the damn truth. It's like the best keyboard ever, man. Like Gboard is awesome.
I can't get into it. I tried it. Okay, so here's the thing. So when they sent this out, right? They were really clear. Like, we want you. They didn't tell me this, but they heavily suggested use it as it is. Don't put any other keyboards or there's a couple other things, right? Like other cameras and everything like that, right? I was like, okay, no problem, right? And so I was like, okay, this is going to force me into using Gboard, right? I haven't used Gboard forever. And for the most part, I really enjoyed it, except there's just little things like the keyboard layout. For example, I'm used to holding down the enter button to open up the emojis. Well, on Gboard, it's like on the left-hand side or something like that. And it just drove me nuts.
So what keyboard do you normally use?
Oh, I'm sorry, I should have specified. I'm using SwiftKey.
Okay.
And I've been using SwiftKey forever. Let's see here. Make sure there's nothing incriminating on here. But yeah, like
that making sure there's no buns on there, yo.
Yeah. So see the little See that right there where my thumb is?
Yep.
Like there's my emoji thing, right? So I can hold that down, brings up the emojis, right? Whereas with Gboard, it's like it's on the other side, and I don't know. I don't know if you can set that up or whatever, but it just little things like that drove me nuts.
I mean, that makes sense though. You've been using one keyboard for a long time, and you try to switch to another. There could be some adjustments made, but I in the past I've used the Samsung keyboard because again I'm a Samsung guy.
Was good.
Samsung keyboards are great, but Gboard is just better, man. The auto correction, the punctuation correction, everything with Gboard.
It's on board, right? So you don't have to download anything.
Yeah, so. It naturally comes with the phone. The punctuation, the autocorrect stuff is better with Gboard. And it's just the keyboard layout I like better on Gboard than Samsung keyboard too.
You see the chat here? Dawn's wife she just got the Pixel 8. I think she got the Pro. And she also
uses diehard SwiftKey, and I'm all about Gboard.
She also
SwiftKey. Like, man.
Dawn's wife and I have so much in common. I'm just saying.
Let's not get too weird now. 504 I haven't used a third-party keyboard in forever. Yeah, Gboard is awesome, man. Like Gboard for Android, amazing. Not something I've ever used on iPhone because the iPhone keyboard is I mean, Apple locked that down, but yeah. Yeah, Donaldson, stop it, yo. Yo, getting a little weird.
It's a PG show. It's a PG-13 show.
It's a family show, yo. It's a family show. But yeah, Gboard on Android, that's my go-to now. No matter what Android I'm using, I'm usually probably using Gboard now because it's just the best keyboard on Android in my opinion. So.
What case are you using?
So I didn't know I was going to get this phone. So when I picked it up and they didn't really have anything decent at Best Buy, so I went to Amazon and I quickly ordered the Fijian Rugged Armor.
Okay.
So that is the case that I'm using on the Pixel right now. And I you know what? I normally don't buy this case, but I'm glad I brought it because it's kind of nice.
I got to show you here real quick. So I've been using the lighting's really poor for this. Maybe I can turn this up. So there's the Willy Blue. Later case. Willy Blue. But when I'm done, I'll be using the Midnight.
Oh, is that the later case stuff?
Later case, yeah.
Nice.
And I know that T's been using the Crimson.
Oh, okay.
Crimson is quite nice as well. So
yeah, the later case they're getting a lot of traction in the community lately. Later cases are pretty nice, man.
Have you seen the OEM cases compared to last year's?
No, I have not.
Okay,
but I've heard they are nice.
Where did I put it? Okay, I'll just describe it. Last year's OEM cases, the Google Pixel cases, were like a hard plastic. It was a hard plastic. Okay. This is a flexible silicon. You still got the same silver thing going on here. Same thing with the buttons. Okay. On the inside, I don't know if you guys can see this. They had a little Pixel branding and some nice felt.
Yep.
Okay. And these are quite nice. And these colors match exactly. So if we go over here, this is for the Pixel 8. Okay, and you got that little bit of a lip there for lift up. And the camera's recessed in there. These are quite nice. So if you're looking for the official cases, these are good. The nice clicky buttons. They don't move around. They're sturdy. This is really quite nice.
Yeah, that's pretty cool. That looks nice.
Yeah.
But yeah, so I think I'm thinking about bringing back the Vipers this year because I think I used enough phones at least to give you guys my phone of the year. Ultimately, I think it's going to come down to the S23 Ultra and the iPhone 15 Pro Max because those are just the heavy hitters this year. Last year I gave it to the Pixel 7 Pro because Google I felt like they knocked it out of the park this year. But I think Apple came back strong this year. I'm liking the iPhone 15 more than I thought I would.
Which one has your SIM card? iPhone still has your SIM card?
All my phones have SIM card in them.
No. Oh, okay. Oh, you have separate numbers for each one? Which one has your main number?
The iPhone.
iPhone? So the Pixel's a side check then?
Well, actually, I don't really call things main because I have my iPhone through Verizon and my Pixels are through I got it on my T-Mobile line. So all my phones on active line. So I don't SIM swap like that.
Okay.
Especially now with the eSIM thing. Oh, good lord. eSIM
your Pixels have physical SIM cards, correct?
Do they? I think they do. Let me see.
I think all Pixels this year worldwide are with physical SIM cards.
Let's see, not there.
And you have the option to put in an eSIM if you want to.
Oh yeah, SIM card right there. So we turn it this way, and let me see if I can cover it up.
Yeah. There she is. Yeah.
Well, okay, that's not showing up too well, but you can see the spot.
Yeah, it's there.
There
Yeah.
it is. Yep. So yeah, this one has the SIM tray, but yeah, I have an eSIM in that one through T-Mobile, so that's cool. Um, but yeah, like all my phones have active lines, so it's not like which phone's my main. They all have numbers and they're all active, and I'm normally I leave the house with 2 phones anyway, so it is what it is.
Gotcha.
But yeah, man. I think the phone of the year could be a 2-horse race between the iPhone and the Samsung this year. And we shall see what happens with that. It'll be interesting to see what the other tech reviewers make their phone of the year. Because as much craziness has been surrounding this phone, there's been a lot of love for this phone too. So it's gonna be interesting to see what happens.
What about the
that.
setup process? Did you find the Pixel to be a lot smoother process? Because that's the first thing. So we did a live setup during my stream with the 8 Pro when I got home with it. And the first thing I noticed is I didn't have to put my Titan key in. I didn't have to do anything. I literally entered my PIN that was on the 7. I literally entered the PIN that was on the 7 Pro, and the 8 Pro recognized, and everything swapped over. Everything.
Well, I set mine up with a new device, but I had to do all the regular stuff. So
you did it fresh? Okay.
Yeah, I use every time I do an Android. I never do a swap on Android.
The transfer process from Pixel to Pixel was insane. In fact, this is just a self plug. I did a video on it. It's coming out probably this weekend, but it's insane. You literally scan a QR code, you enter the PIN code from your previous Pixel, and away you go. I'm also going to record one with a friend's Samsung and also one with an iPhone. But it's supposed to be ridiculously easy. Like I didn't even have to use a cable. It was ridiculous.
That's the way it should be, though. Although
yeah,
I did my iPhone like that. I did a transfer to transfer, but I did it. I did a direct transfer to transfer via iPhone, and I'm never doing that again.
Yeah, I heard it took a few hours, right?
It's like an hour and a half. Where I'm like, nope. Oh I'll just stick with iCloud from now on.
This took 15 minutes. It was crazy. I cut down the video, even some of the fluff, and it was only 15 minutes. It was crazy.
So I want to kind of change the conversation because I think the next question I'm going to apply to you because I think I think you have a LinkedIn presence, right? You're on LinkedIn.
I do. Yes.
Yeah.
Yep.
What I've started using LinkedIn more lately, and the vibe on LinkedIn is like completely different from anything on Twitter or anywhere else, man. What are your thoughts on creators being on LinkedIn? Because I think more creators should probably take LinkedIn a little bit more seriously.
So I was on LinkedIn forever under my full legal name,
right?
And now it's under a creator name. I mean DJ Zach, which are my initials anyway. So I can't do the verification, which is
right.
Weird. Neither can you. And but I like it. I mean, a lot of our creator friends have been on there forever. LinkedIn is like, if you want to find a PR name or someone to contact, don't tweet at them. Don't try to DM them. Don't even email them. Find them on LinkedIn. Seriously, send them a connection on there. And then away you go. Like, that's the secret sauce if you're trying to get a hold of brands and stuff like that. LinkedIn is, I've said this for years. So I use it to keep in touch that way. And also I find that like a lot of our creator friends like Andrew Edwards, I think even John Prosser, Daniel Battelle, D and Nick Nimmin are on there. And they're sharing out more, not more creative, like the creative stuff, but more business creative. Like this is the business. Like, for example, the email exchanges and the FaceTime or the Meet video meet, Google Meet meetings that I have are very different from the personality that's like this right now, or when I'm doing my own streams, right? Like you're very, like, I know, for example, for you, like you're animated and whatnot for your shows, because that's your brand, right? But I'm sure when you're doing something with the people from vidIQ, I'm sure you're not like, "What's up, everybody? Welcome to vidIQ meeting." I'm sure you're not doing that, right?
No,
like,
not in team meeting. No, not normally.
Right, no,
no.
Exactly. So that's what I feel like that LinkedIn is like. So it's like it's on that business level. Like we're here all to make some money.
Yeah, and that's the cool thing about LinkedIn. To your point, the whole business mindset of people on there is they're much more serious and people like that. And you don't get nearly as many bot accounts. I don't think I've seen a single bot account on LinkedIn yet, which is great. Like, thank God.
Yep.
So yeah, I'm enjoying my time on LinkedIn, man.
I find that there's more people sharing stuff. I've cut these connections out, but I find that some of my connections have started sharing like, okay, that should be on Facebook, or maybe not even on the internet at all. Right? Can we keep it to the business side of things? Like, I've realized that there's other things going on in the world, but like, to keep it professional, right?
Right, definitely. But Yeah, LinkedIn and I'm liking the
Lies,
LinkedIn
that's
life.
exactly what Vipe does.
Hefe, like, I don't know what meeting Hefe is then. Like, what are you talking about? So Chelsea says she's having a hard time getting verified. She's using her real name. That's weird. I
That's
don't know why these
weird.
platforms are so weird about
Let
verification.
me
The
ask you
whole
about let me ask you about verification. Let me ask you about because I put the
oh
tweet out about this, and I thought of all people, you would have jumped on this first. Twitter verified. It's now called premium. Okay, check mark.
yeah.
Now they've added an extra level. I've done this.
Mm-hmm.
John Coven's done this, and a
Mm-hmm.
couple other tech reviewers have done this. Max Weinbach has done this. You can submit your ID. It's a
Mm-hmm.
quick scan, takes 2 minutes just to verify who you are. It doesn't have to match. It doesn't have to match. They just need to know you are you, who you are, and then you get this extra little next to your name there on Twitter X saying this one is ID verified. And before you freak out, I'm not giving my stuff to Elon Musk. I know that some people might think that it's a completely third party that does it. In fact, the company that does the third party stuff does it from Microsoft and does it for several other companies as well. So
The only reason why I have not jumped in because I don't want them to put my real name on the platform.
no, you don't have to.
Okay.
You do not have to. It's very clear in that when you're going through the process, it takes 3 minutes, dude. You got your license, do it. It'll be done in 3 minutes. You don't have to put your real name.
Now, how
You know
long does
for a
it take them?
you,
How long
you
does it
know
take them to approve it though?
hmm?
How long does it take them to approve it, to change and
It
whatnot?
took 3.5 minutes.
And they oh, okay.
Yeah, yeah. So, like, that's not my full name there on the platform. It's my initials.
Right, right.
Zach is a variation of my last name. You know this. You've seen my resume,
Yeah, I think your resume.
right? You know where I live, right?
Right.
Literally.
Mhm.
Um, yeah, they did it for me. So yeah.
Okay, yeah, but yeah, that's the only reason why I didn't jump on that. Although
No,
I do appreciate that they have that option over
go
there,
through
but
the
like,
FAQ. It's very simple.
I'm like, bro, I don't want y'all put my real name out there. That's the only
No,
reason
no,
why I
no,
haven't
no.
done the whole Meta Verify
It gives
thing.
you the
'Cause
option. It actually tells you right there. We do not require. We just want to see the ID.
yeah,
There you go.
I do that. Yeah, I don't. That's funny. That people were like, I'm not giving my information to Elon. Like, bro,
No, it's a
everybody
third
has your
party.
damn. If you're on the internet, your information's out there. Like, what are we talking about here, y'all? Like,
If you're on the internet, I mean,
you're already
quiet.
I told y'all 5 years ago, if you're on the internet, you're already compromised. Like, what are we
Exactly.
talking about here?
Did anybody ever find that clip from like 5 years ago where the spam call came into me? I
Ah,
talked about this the other day. Remember, I can't find it. Someone liked the tweet, and I wish I had bookmarked it.
I haven't seen it, but yeah, I don't really care about giving. I mean, because even when you give them your ID, you can like exit out like your address and stuff like that, because they just wanted to know that your name and birthday and all that stuff. But
It's
I am,
very clear about the information they're taking. It's like I said, it took 3 minutes.
yeah, I'm not worried about that stuff.
Okay.
But yeah, maybe I'll have to do that now. Just to have that extra layer
It's
of information.
real verification. It's real
Why
verification.
isn't every site like this with real verification though? Like that's the whole point of verification, is for you to be
Exactly.
who you are.
Well,
But somehow it became to be a stupid status symbol. Like, come on,
that's why
man.
they don't call they just quietly did it on Twitter X where they went from calling it verified blue to premium.
Mhm.
That's all it is.
Now, here's my question for you about X or Twitter. Well, we don't call it X here, but how do you feel about them beginning this test pilot of charging people $1 per year to use the platform?
I think they just put that out there to get attention and clicks and people talking about the platform. I think if you look at it, it's like clockwork. Almost every 2 to 3 weeks, there's something outlandish that goes out there and everybody's talking about it across every platform. Right? You go over to Threads and everybody's talking about it. You go over to like wherever it is, right? And everybody's talking about it. It's like I think they purposely put stuff like this out there just to get people talking and upset and engagement baiting and everything like that. I think it's complete horse crap. I don't think they'll ever do that.
Yeah, I mean, what is $1 a year going to get them anyway? Like, it's going to
A
get them.
dollar a year? Was it
Yeah.
oh, I thought it was a dollar a month.
Oh, is it? I thought it was $1 a year. Is it? I don't
Dollar a
know.
year is a lot, man.
No, messing with my Starbucks on that one, yo.
I know, right?
I thought it was $1 a year, but maybe it's $1 a month. I don't know.
I
Either way, it's not a lot of money, but still.
I think it's just silliness. Speaking of, I know that you've been on Threads lately.
A little bit.
Did you see the cool little update they did? So here's the thing. If you at somebody on Threads and they're on Threads, it obviously tags them, right? But
Mhm.
if you at somebody who's on Instagram and not on Threads, it uses the Instagram logo to at them, and then they get notified on Instagram. So it kind of ties it all in, and it looks so pleasing. Aesthetic. It looks beautiful. Let me show you guys. It looks really, really nice. It's a nice little touch. and trending topics are apparently coming very, very soon to Threads. And when you think about when you got onto Twitter, you got onto Twitter the very first time with your very first account to follow a celebrity, to read the news, get current topics. You didn't do it because you're like, I'm going to be on the internet, I'm going to talk. You didn't do that. You were there to get information. You were consuming stuff, right? So as soon as Threads has trends and all that kind of stuff, I think it's going to take off even more. So check this out. So here is a post I put. See how it says @made by Google? No, @made by Google is not on Threads, but instead they use @Google Pixel. So now if I were to click on the @made by Google, it brings up this little, they're not on Threads, but you can follow them in advance. And then if I click on visit profile, now it takes me to their Instagram.
Right.
And they'll get notified over here. So it kind of ties everything in.
Yeah.
So let's say like you want to be on Threads, but not Instagram, but you still want to tag a company or a person or whatever. That's just a brilliant little, I like that little it looks really nice. It's very clean. I like it.
That's pretty cool because not everybody that's on Instagram is on Threads yet. Yeah. And some people may never move over to Threads that are on Instagram.
My wife's like, I'm not going over there. And I'm like, yes, you will. You will.
So Michael Pepper says that the $1 a year, they have 528 million monthly active users currently. So 28 million people signed up for premium. That's 500 million left, giving them $500 million a year versus zero before. That's not nothing.
It's a drop in the bucket compared to what, the user base that Meta has across 2 platforms, right? So
yeah, I don't know if $1 a year is going to really move the needle from Elon. And I mean, I guess it's another source of revenue. I mean, if they're really
not going to, the minute you take away something, I think Marquez said this, like you don't take away something that was free before, right?
My big problem, yeah, I've heard him say that, but my big problem is I think a lot of people get more value out of Twitter than they're willing to admit.
Oh, I totally agree. Yeah.
Bro, if you are paying $20 or $15, $20 a month for Netflix, you use Twitter. Well, I use Twitter almost every day. And I know a lot of people use Twitter on a daily basis. That, to me, Twitter is infinitely more valuable than Netflix ever will be.
Here's the thing. I try to explain this to my parents sometimes, and people that don't quite understand. They're like, oh, we hear that it's such a cesspool over there. Or I hear people say, oh, I only use Instagram or I only use Facebook because it's so violent and this and that. Listen. If you surround yourself with those kind of people and those kind of circles on Twitter, you're going to see that kind of crap. If you go into the trending section or trending section and you click on those hashtags, you're going to see that kind of crap. Okay. It's like the news. Like if you love watching BBC and whatever, and you get upset when you turn on Fox, then don't turn on Fox.
Literally.
Right. So,
and this is an argument that I've made for a while now about people and their experiences on social media. People are like, Twitter's a cesspool. Who the hell are you following? Like you
dig deep enough on like Instagram and Facebook, you'll find the same crap. It's all about who you follow in the surroundings.
Yes. Yeah. You are literally the author of your social media experience.
Thank you.
Your experience is based on how you curate it. Like a lot of stuff that happens in tech, I don't even know about it because I don't follow the people that usually bring the drama to the tech space. I'm not in it.
There's a whole group of tech tubers that do like streaming like completely different from the style that we do. That like I don't know much about it, but I know they're there. Like, and they got all sorts of weird stuff going on, man. But yeah, exactly. It's about the circles you're in, right?
Yeah, I mean, and it's so crazy because I mean, now the other factor that plays into your experience is what you're putting out there. I've heard so many journalists talk about how their experience on Twitter is bad because they're being attacked and different things like that. And my question is, well, what type of stuff are you doing? Like, what type of work are you doing that you're getting attacked as a journalist, right?
I would say this. Like, you can be, I guess, whoever you want to be online. And if someone's coming after you, there's resources for that. You can put through a complaint. You can file this and that. You can just click block and move on. You don't have to respond to everything. Like, I don't respond to every person that comes to my door.
No, I don't either. And the other thing is like, there are people like every now and then I'll put out a tweet and there's somebody that will just give me crap randomly and I mute them and that's it. I'm done. I never see anything from them again.
I love mute because if you put people on block, they screenshot it and they're like,
they want something. And no. You will be creeping into the void where you mess with me because I will mute you and you will never know anything.
Yeah. I'm pretty sure you put me on mute a couple times.
I have not put
you. You delayed.
I did not put you on mute. I had no reason to put you on mute. But there are people that I have put on mute. These idiots that come at me for no reason when they don't, especially when they don't be talking about nothing, they be just want to try to bring me down for whatever reason.
Mm-hmm.
Like in the case of somebody called me a failed tech YouTuber a few weeks ago.
That guy started coming after me lately, and I'm just like done.
I'm like, yeah, you're muted. You're ridiculous. You're not adding to my experience, so I'm done.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, man, it's just it's interesting. My social media experience for the most part is positive because I try to put out positive vibes on there, and I follow people that make a positive impact. I don't deal with the negativity. I don't follow the negative Nancy's on there. I stay away from them.
I only see the crap when it gets retweeted, and then I have to seriously think, okay, this person retweeted. Is there a reason behind it, or whatever? Do I need to mute them or turn like? There's an option. A lot of people don't know this. There's an option on Twitter X where you can turn off somebody's retweets, so they don't show up in the timeline. Right? You can do that. You can go to a profile to say turn off retweets, and then you don't get that. You just get their posts. Right? But sometimes I have to wonder, like, why did this person put it out? And then there's been a couple of situations I'm like, okay, don't think I'm going to follow them anymore and going to put them on mute because they've been sharing this kind of stuff, and I just don't want to see it, and I don't want to get involved. And it's their choice to share it. But
yeah. Again, your social media experience is basically come down to what you allow yourself to see and be involved with. And if you don't want to see and be involved with the drama, then don't be involved with the drama. Don't allow it into your Twitter feed. Like it's that simple. Again, that's why most of the tech drama I'm never involved in because I don't even know it exists until somebody retweets it or something. Like I just stay away from it. I don't have time for that.
Yep.
But yeah, it's it is what it is.
I want to throw this out there because this happened last Friday or Thursday. I can't remember what. So one of the very most successful female tech YouTubers, tech tubers, her and her sister did a quote unquote live stream. Okay. Which was on the Google Pixel 8 and 8 Pro. Okay. Mm-hmm. And it was a live stream. They were live. There was a live audience. But every time they went to go demo or show features with the phones, rather than picking up and using the phone for real and showing people things, they rolled a pre-produced clip every single time. I think they only ever actually picked up the phones twice, from what I remember. To me, it was like, is this really a live stream? Like the whole point of a live stream is to be live and engage and to do things live, not play a bunch of pre-produced clips. Now, on the back end of the whole thing, it was actually a promotion for YouTube shopping, but they were using the release of the Google 8 and 8 Pro as a way to showcase that because they had the different things that pop up and you click here to buy the phone and everything like that. What are your thoughts about stuff like that in terms of going live? Like say you and I are live right now. We're going to talk about these phones, and we never actually pick them up, and then we just keep on clicking on a clip here, a clip there. Here's how this works and everything, rather than actually showing.
So, I just said to you that the reason why you don't find Viper in tech crap drama because I just don't get involved with it. So to the point I just made, I'm not going to comment on what you just happened to comment on because I'm not getting involved in that. Okay. What I will say is that when you live stream, when I live stream because I want to talk to people. Mm-hmm. I saw some of the live stream that you're talking about. Mm-hmm. And when I live stream because I want to interact with my people that are out there watching me. Like, got Hefe out here, Tech Free Neeson's out here, Don Colvin, Doug. Mm-hmm. I'm talking to them. I'm trying to talk to them while I'm talking to you. I want to interact with them. That's why I live stream. I saw a little bit of that going on in that live stream that you highlighted, but I didn't watch the whole live stream, so I don't know everything else going on.
I only caught about 25 minutes of it.
Yeah, but I am not going to comment about how other creators run their channel, what they're doing in their business.
I'm not talking about how they run it. I'm talking about
but that part of it, that what you're asking me to comment on is part about how they run their channel, right? Because you're asking me about how they
I'm talking about the stream. I'm not talking about.
But that's part of how they run their channel, right?
Yeah,
is that not what you're asking me?
Not the whole channel. I'm talking about
right, but that part of it though, about how you're asking me about how they choose to present their live stream, and whatever they want to do, that is on them. So I'm not going to get too much in the weeds with that. But the one that I will say is that I saw I remember she said that she wanted to read the comments, and I'm like, cool. If you're gonna read comments, then I'm all for it. Whether you have pre-produced clips or that or not, I mean, you do with your live from how you see fit. But when you go live, for me, when I go live, my objective is I'm going live because I want to interact. So that's what I want to do. And it seemed like she was doing that. She was interacting with the people in the chat. So I have no issue with anything else. She was interacting with her fans in the chat, and that's where I'm leaving it. Whether you pre-recorded, because she's not the only one that's done that before. There's other people that gone.
No, and when I did my, I mean, when I did this video right here for, you know, I had this for 5 days kind of thing. When I did that stream when the embargo lifted, I used 1 or 2 pre-produced segments, but one was just basically a B-roll with some music, and then I can't remember what the other one was. So is it pot kettle black, whatever the saying is, kind of thing? Maybe. I just felt that if you're going to demo the phone and the features, wouldn't it be cool to see those features being used, like using Best Take or the Magic editor or whatnot? It'd be kind of cool to see them use those features rather than click, here's a polished, you know, how we used it kind of thing, right?
Yeah, I guess it just comes down to how people want to demo stuff. Because when I do a regular video and I want to demo something, a lot of times I'm cutting the B-roll. I don't have the top down setup like a lot of tech YouTubers do. So I have to do B-roll of me doing the thing in real time.
Yep.
So I mean, I guess it really just depends on how you do it as a creator, what resources you have available to you, and how you want to present it as to best tell your story. So again, I'm not commenting on what other creators are doing and how
I was just interested in your thoughts on that. That's all.
Oh yeah, but again, what I will say though is that when you go live, the whole point of going live is to interact one-on-one with the community, and it seems like they were doing that. So that's where I'm gonna leave that. All right, so what else is going on? Let's see. Michael Pepper said it's kind of like a premiere in the way of doing pre-produced content. You can focus on interacting with the chat then. Yeah, actually, it is kind of like a premiere. Yeah, you're right about that, because the premiere is a pre-recorded video, but the creator is there in the chat. Although I have seen creators do premieres and not be present in the chat, which I feel a complete waste of time. Why?
Yeah, I see them show up at the start and at the end, and I'm like, shouldn't you be replying? I don't know.
Yeah. All right. And Doug says they probably require a certain production value. Whether contractually or just because of the level that they're at.
Yeah.
So
This goes back to the part about the whole thing was being presented by YouTube Shopping. So they were very purposely showing that the products were showing and whatnot. So I don't want to use the word disguise, but they used the opportunity of the Pixel 8 Pro coming out to showcase YouTube Shopping, and it actually worked out quite well. It got kind of annoying with the constant, you know, things coming up and everything, but it was still very good. You know, very good presentation of it.
Yeah, and YouTube is trying to implement shopping into their live stream more, so that makes sense. And I don't even think that's the first time a live stream like that has been done showcasing YouTube Shopping. So. You're going to probably see more of it as the holiday come around, Zach. So get ready. Alan says it kind of shows you that some of these YouTubers don't actually buy most of these products. Okay. So here is where this is where common sense has to come in for me as a viewer, right? We know who iJustine is. Her name is literally iJustine. So you know what she's using. So are we really surprised? Or are we going to act surprised if we find out that she's using her Google Pixel to do a video for 2 seconds and then she's not using it anymore? Like, is anybody going to act surprised?
I'm not surprised that she's not putting her SIM card in there. She's probably turning it on and putting an account in there of some sort in order to get that experience. But is she putting her SIM card in there and then getting her text and her thing sent to it? I can only speculate, but I would assume no, based on.
No, I mean, I would, and I could be wrong about them, but I would imagine that, you know, if Justine does a video on the Pixel 8 and 8 Pro and whatnot, she's using that phone as long as it takes for her to get that video out and then it getting put down somewhere. Because she is an iPhone person. That's just the reality of the situation. And let's not act like that's not a lot of us, okay? A lot of us are like that. Probably myself included, okay? I use iPhone and Samsung, and anything outside of that, it's probably not getting a lot of use out of me. I'll just be real with y'all. Okay?
Well, I asked you earlier about SIM cards and everything like that. But when you so let's say you shut down the stream, you're going to shut down the stream tonight, and you're going to go out and get some late night eats. Which phone are you grabbing to leave the house?
I'm grabbing the iPhone and I'm grabbing the Pixel.
No, you're not. You're grabbing just the iPhone.
No,
are you taking two?
Yeah, I take 2 phones.
Okay, he takes 2. Okay, cool.
You realize I pay for multiple lines, right? I have lines with
I know.
T-Mobile and Verizon, right?
You gotta use them, right?
I got yeah, I'm getting my money for it. There's no point in me having 2 lines if I'm not gonna take 2 phones out. So
Okay, okay,
I like having best of both worlds, but that's just me. I know I'm kind of bougie that way, but it is what it is.
okay.
But yeah, like even and I've said this before about Android tech reviewers, right?
Yeah.
They can bash iPhone all they want, but I know they have an iPhone back there because they'd be fooled not to. It's just easier as a creator to have an iPhone for what we do. They can say they love Android and use it, and maybe they use Android as their primary device. I'm not arguing that, but they have an iPhone somewhere. So if we're gonna get on Justine or whatever for not using the Pixel, I'm like, bro, of course she's not using the Pixel. She's an iPhone person. She tells you that. It's not like she's hiding it. She never hid it.
This isn't about whether she's using it or not. It was just
right.
There was a presentation of the devices. I was hoping to see her pick it up and, hey, here's a bunch of photos I took of my, whatever.
Right, but I was talking about Alan's comment though about how people don't buy you both the product. Like, no, there's a lot of that.
Well, I think there's different levels. That's why there's so many different creators. There's people like maybe like you and I that kind of like document our everyday experience with it, right? Whether it's through Twitter X or through content or whatever, short form, whatever. And then you're going to have like the Mr. Who's the Boss, and you're going to have the Marquezes. And I see you, Andrew, who are going to really highlight like the features and show the use cases of it and whatnot. And then, hey, we got to move on to the next thing because that's what they do.
Yeah. Andrew, do we think all journalists buy you and have perfect expertise in everything they report on? Food recall? Of course not. Absolutely not. No. Because at the end of the day, when you're doing this stuff full time, it's a job, and once you are done with that part of the job, you're going back to what you are comfortable with. And again, I don't have a problem with it. It's just reality. It's interesting because we all have biases. I think a lot of times on tech Twitter and things like that,
I'm not biased.
Stop it. There's a lot of fighting argument because people trying to hide their biases. I have called myself the captain of Team Apple for 5 years. I've had that from you all. I prefer iPhone. Now, some of y'all kind of take that to the head because you are like, I don't use Android when I have Android all over my damn house. But if you ask me which phone I prefer, I will always tell you I prefer
having a bias as long as you're truthful.
As long as you're upfront, yes. As long as you don't try to hide it, right?
Yeah.
Don't act like you're not biased. We are all biased, okay? Just don't act like you're not biased. Everybody in this chat is biased about something, okay? It may not be tech or anything, but you have a bias towards something.
Like my sister is an everyday quote unquote consumer. She loves playing around with my Pixels and everything like that. She likes trying all the features and everything like that. But like she just prefers her iPhone just because that's it. I can't convince her to switch. That's fine.
Yeah, like technically T said, like there's plenty of tech reviewers who barely use the device and put out a review.
So what constitutes? I know we've talked about this before, but let's do it again. Why not? It'll be fun. What constitutes a review period? To me, it depends on the reviewer, on the person that's doing it. For example, I would trust Marquez with a 48-hour review of a device because he knows what to look for. He has the catalog to back it up. I would trust Andrew Edwards with a 12-hour review. He's been doing it long enough. He's been around long enough, right? Now, if you're a little squat nobody who's put out 3 videos and you're giving me a 24, get out of here. Right? You know what I mean? Like, I think you have to look at the catalog of what the person has done in the past.
Now, see, I guess this is where we differ because for me, I look at it from a product standpoint. There's no way that Marquez or Andrew or anybody else can give me a review of a smartphone using it for 12 hours because you haven't even got a full battery situation to tell me how the battery life is on that phone.
So battery aside, everything else functionality they could do within that period, could they not? I think some of
the stuff, yeah. Like for me, like if I get a pair of headphones, I can pretty much give you a review the same day.
I gave Andrew's next video.
if I went out here and I brought the new Bose, the Ultra Quiet Comfort, whatever, I can give you a review pretty much the same day because they're headphones.
Yeah.
I mean, there's not much to it. How's the sound? How's the features? Different things like that. Boom, you're done. Yeah. But or the smartphone, for me, I feel like you need time with that smartphone. But that's just me. I know people might.
For me, it's always been a long. So if you look at my past content, I've done like a review after a week, 2 weeks, whatever kind of thing. And I think I was more or less trying to mimic like everybody else. For myself now that I'm doing more tech lifestyle stuff. Like I'm not putting out I'm putting out my Pixel 7 Pro review in November. So, and like well over a year later, right? Yeah, Andrew, dude, you should totally do something like that. Oh, you should. But like, I just because I feel more comfortable to say I've used it for a whole year. Here's how it went, right? So.
Yeah. Alex, I completely agree, Viper, but Samsung Lights and Pixel folks are crying about it. Why are they
Pixel
again? Huh?
Is that okay? So Samsung Nights, I thought we were Pixel Peeps.
No, I think he's going back to the iJustine live stream or whatever.
Yeah.
But again, that's where for me, that's where common sense comes in. How are you crying about something that should be understood at this point? You're only talking about a creator that's been on the platform for over a decade, and she has been completely upfront with her bias for iPhone. It's literally in her name. iJustine she's an iPhone person.
You know who puts out some of the best tech reviews? People that don't do tech. Casey Neistat.
Interesting.
El Jefe reviews. I'll just throw it out there because Jeff normally does like headphone stuff. GameSkey when he did some Pixel stuff, right? Those are always the interesting people to watch when it comes to tech stuff because they don't
have the tech nerd bias.
Yeah, they don't follow the same sort of story, or I don't want to say narrative, but that we always see from everybody else, right? It's completely different. They'll point out things that we never thought of, right?
But,
like 60 hertz.
But going back to my argument though, if you have an R.K. Brownlee who has admitted his bias for Pixel over the years, or an iJustine who's admitted her bias for iPhone, then you should expect a certain amount of coverage or what they say because they've told you up front what they are about and what they like. iJustine prefers iPhone. She's going to prefer iPhone. So are you surprised that she's not using the Pixel? And we don't even know. Maybe she's using it. I don't know. But are you really going to be surprised if we found out that she's not using the Pixel as much? Why? She told us she used an iPhone. Marquez, he prefers the Pixel. Are we going to be surprised that he's not using the Samsung as much? No. He said up front he likes the Pixel devices. That's what he likes. So why are we surprised when they tell us what they're about up front? But y'all want to act shocked when y'all find out something or y'all learn something that
there seems to be this weird perception that
sense, man.
Yeah, there seems to be this weird perception that if a tech reviewer is at a certain level, whether it's subscribers, views, or whatever it is, they've been around for so long that they should be quote unquote unbiased against everything. No, you look at their catalog of what they've done in the past and everything, and it should be very apparent. And I'm not saying you need to go research every reviewer, but the name's iJustine.
Literally, it's right there. Right. Michael Pepper, this one gets on my damn nerves, man. The whole wearing an Apple Watch and doing an Android video, we talked about this in the past. I don't know why this is such a big deal to people. Listen, if I'm doing a video about the damn Pixel 8 Pro, the watch that I'm wearing is irrelevant. It's not a video about a watch. Now, you would have me if I'm doing a video about the Pixel watch and I'm wearing an Apple Watch in the video. Then I'm like, bro, Viper, what the hell are you doing? No, that don't work. Like that's a conflict of interest. But if I'm doing a video about a Pixel, but I'm wearing an Apple Watch, why do you care? They are two separate things. What are we talking about here?
Show me your watch band. Is that the titanium one?
Yeah, this is the Nomad titanium.
You know what else is titanium?
Oh Lord,
they're new.
Okay, right.
They sent me the pen.
The pen, right? The pen,
it's a titanium pen. I want Jerry Rig to take this thing apart and like melt it down.
Oh, I'm not even about to get into that. That's a whole nother topic for another day about the overreaction to Jerry Rig video from Lord have mercy. But
this is my new pointing device.
But to me, it just seems like people want every little stupid thing to argue about.
Yeah.
If I'm like, so if that's the case, right? We can go back to the entirety of Tech YouTube and look at every watch that a tech reviewer has worn in every review video. Well, he's wearing a Rolex. How can I trust him about an iPhone? Like, you see how stupid
I had people come after. I have spam comments sitting literally in my like hell for review on YouTube when I used to do OnePlus phones all the time because I did quite a few OnePlus phones. How come all you do is talk about Pixel? You used to do OnePlus because things change, fool. Like, right? I'm being honest about it, right? So, hey, we should get Andrew in here. But,
Andrew said, "How can I trust you're talking about on an Android if you wear an Apple Watch ever?
How can I trust an AirPods? Can you trust the Apple reviewer wearing an Android watch or vice versa?"
But if Andrew has the moment to come in here, he's more than welcome to. But it's the stupidest argument ever. Like, because I'm hiring an Apple product or whatever, I can't talk to you about Android, which I have. Like, it'd be one thing if I didn't have the product and I would give you an opinion. But I literally have the Pixel 8 in my hand. But people are gonna have a problem when I'm wearing an Apple Watch. Yeah. I mean, so what? I'll use my man Taylor Tech for an example. he just brought the Pixel 8 Pro. So because when you watch the video that he does about the Pixel 8 Pro, is he not allowed to talk about that because he has Apple boxing in the background of his video?
Yeah,
it's the stupidest thing ever.
I like watching Andrew's stuff lately. With he's doing all the Pixel stuff. I'm like, this is cool seeing him use a Pixel. Like, it's cool.
But do you see how stupid that is? Like, so Taylor Tech can't do a Pixel video because he has iPhone boxings in his backdrop. Come on, man.
I see Michael's point.
It's dumb.
For me, it's something I chuckle at. Like, they're talking about, like, you got Flossie. He's talking about the iPhones. He's got like dual Galaxy watches on it, right? I think it's kind of it's one of those things where it's like, as a tech reviewer, you go, okay, I get it, right?
Technically, you're going to demonetize all switching videos.
All switching.
Angela, you want to tell me about your new Tesla? I don't trust you like when you were driving a Rivian. Bro, it's just some of the stuff that people complain about on social media and on YouTube is just dumb. Like, use your damn brain.
Social media is just a dumping ground of.
It's just stupid. And you know what it is, though, Zach? A lot of it, I think, is engagement farming because they want to get that money. Like, some of the stuff I've seen on social media lately.
It was a thing before the Elon bucks. It was a huge thing.
It's even worse now, though. It's even worse now.
It is. It's disgusting now. It is.
Yes.
But here's the thing. Here's the funny thing is, and you'll notice this. You may not notice this at VidSummit, but if you ever go to CES, people are very different in person. You know, you bring up things and whatnot. You're like, and they all of a sudden they're not as as confident as they would be behind their.
Mm-hmm.
You know, like so.
Wait, Zach. Are you accusing any people of being keyboard warriors, Zach?
No.
Have
a screenshot of that one.
Are you pointing to keyboard warriors, Zach? Is that what we talking about here? But everything that I'm talking about tonight goes back to what I just said about using your common sense, right? If you see something that's obviously outrageous for the sake of being outrageous, then you have to understand that person is probably engagement farming.
Mm-hmm.
Like, listen, my man, iUpdate, Sam Cole, put out a tweet the other day. He said, and it said something to the extent of the Magic Keyboard was like the worst thing that ever happened to iPad. Now, does he believe that? I don't know, but that seemed like that was an engagement farming tweet to me because there's no way he could believe that the Magic Keyboard was like the worst thing that happened to iPad. Like, bro,
I will straight up admit, and you know I've done this, where I've put out a tweet where I'm like, and I literally put in the tweet, this takes better photos than your iPhone. And then I just leave it on Friday and I come back on Sunday. But the thing is, I believe that. Right? So, but I've stopped doing that. I mean, we know that there's members in our community that, man, I was gonna say names.
I was trying to start a war out here, yo.
I mean, I'm not gonna say, but anyway, it's Twitter, and I don't know.
Yeah, social media is weird. The people are just weird. It's all weird, man. I just stick to things that make sense to me, and I stick to my common sense, and then I just move out like that, man. Mm-hmm. If I see an outrageous tweet, I'm just gonna keep scrolling because I know sometimes they're more often than not they're probably engagement farming and whatnot, and it's just ridiculous. But yeah, again, I'm not about to be out here bashing people for doing things the way they do things. Like, I'll just stay in my lane, do what I do, and rock out, man. That's what I do. Anything else that you got on your mind that you want to talk about or address or bring up?
Are you watching hockey this year?
I don't watch hockey like that. No.
Like the Blackhawks?
No, but I'm playing a hockey video game. NHL 24 is amazing. I love
that game. How is that? Oh, how's Spider-Man? How's Spider-Man?
Bro, Spider-Man.
Oh, no spoilers. No spoilers.
Spider-Man 2 is amazing. The first 20 minutes alone are like, damn.
Really?
But Spider-Man 2 is amazing. That game, you got to play that. That's awesome.
It was deep. I'm looking forward to when Metal Gear. It's like they're re-releasing like the first three games.
That's pretty cool. But you know what I'm looking forward to? But it's not coming until next year. The Tomb Raider remasters on PlayStation. Oh my god, I cannot wait to play the Tomb Raider remasters. Woo! I think they're remastering Tomb Raider 1, 2, and 3, the OG game from '95. Oh god, I cannot wait.
That'll be good.
That's gonna be good. Oh.
What are you watching lately? What shows is Viper binging?
Oh my god!
What are you watching?
I just finished The Fall of the House of Usher on Netflix. That show is amazing.
Oh,
it's so creepy, but it's so fascinating, and the way that they tell the story, it's like some of the best storytelling I've ever seen on a TV show. It's awesome.
What did you think of Ahsoka?
I think it's one of my favorite Star Wars shows. I liked that. I enjoyed it.
The first couple, and I actually had to go back and watch some Rebels and everything like that to kind of get a refresher. It's interesting on Disney Plus now. They have like an Ahsoka only playlist, so you can watch all that. before you go watch.
Oh, okay.
And so it's all like all Ahsoka stuff from like Rebels and Clone Wars and everything like that. Rosario Dawson, like I like her as Ahsoka, but there's something missing from the animated. It's not bad. Like I enjoyed the series, right? But it should be very interesting. It sucks about Ray Stevens passing away. Apparently, we're going to get him for second season. But what a compelling character, hey? Like, just very stoic, and he's got that epic beard. I'm like, I like this guy. He's got a beard, right? So, but I like Ahsoka. I still fell asleep trying to watch Andor.
Yeah, I've been watching that one. They say it's pretty good though. I need to watch Andor at some point.
Yeah, it's supposed to be really good. Yeah.
Oh, Alan said I saw him doing an interview a few weeks ago, and he walked into a car that wasn't a Tesla. I wouldn't be surprised. But here's the thing: like, what I will say about Elon not driving a Tesla, if that's the truth, and I said this a few weeks ago about something else that came up, but at some point, and it isn't true for everybody that has like a regular job, you got to have a separation of work, a church and state. You got to separate work from home life.
Mm-hmm.
So if he doesn't drive a Tesla, but that's all he's like involved in, I can understand why he doesn't drive a Tesla for his personal car, because that's a job. Like his job is to be the CEO of Tesla.
Yeah.
And so, I mean, I obviously it sounds kind of strange because if you're the CEO, you want to make sure you represent your product like that. But if he doesn't drive a Tesla for a personal car, I understand why.
Mm-hmm.
Because you gotta have that work-life separation.
Yeah.
This came up in another conversation. I can't remember what conversation did it come up in. The separation of work and when there was a big fuss a few weeks ago about the current CEO of Twitter not having the app on her homepage.
Oh, that's funny, man.
And I was like, bro, I don't blame her. You got to have a separation of work and play at some point. Yeah. Like that's her job. I don't think you want to see your company, your job on.
Wasn't it like in the app drawer or something like that? Like she just didn't have it on the main page.
Yeah, I think she had it in the app drawer, but she just didn't have it on the homepage. But I'm like, dude, you separation of working,
but still that makes a pretty good click, right? The CEO of Twitter doesn't even use Twitter. Like, I mean, that's a huge.
But that's the thing. Just because she's not on her homepage doesn't mean she doesn't use it, obviously. But it's just wasn't on her.
This goes back to like context matters, right? We've always said this: context matters.
Yeah, but you know how it is. The headlines don't take context. They don't do context, Joe.
I know. I mean, we do the same thing where they're thumbnails, but at least we deliver, right? So
yes. Andrew, you need to watch The Fall of the House of Usher. I think you will really enjoy it, man. Like I said, the storytelling is amazing, and it has that. I mean, dude, it's based on Edgar Allan Poe stories, and just the way they incorporate all those stories in, and just it's creepy, but it's such engaging storytelling that you need to watch it. And if you do watch, let me know what you think about it. But I think you will enjoy it.
Nevermore,
man.
Nevermore.
Don said, "Love Ahsoka, more patient than the animated one." Okay.
Yeah, Live Ahsoka. Yeah, definitely. She like the animated one is definitely more just like snippy, just like the name that Anakin gave her, right? So
yeah. Michael says, how many tech CEOs are rocking an iPhone? I've seen OnePlus tweet from an iPhone, and Microsoft is thinking, yep, there you go, right?
Yeah, Wonder Woman tweeted from an iPhone, like, literally, my Huawei blocked.
So again, like at some point, there has to be a separation of work and play, and that's just it's for everybody. Even CEOs gotta have the separation.
Look at the Mr. Beast thing. I don't remember what the exact wording was, but he was going to be using Samsung for vlogging, and then he still was like in a video with an iPhone, and to me I was like, whatever, right? Maybe it was just for that one thing, but the internet, once again, Jimmy did something different and it wasn't clarified, so let's jump all over the guy, right?
Now that I can understand, because he has a deal. Well, I think his deal with Samsung is to use like the phones to film. I don't think it's to have them on camera per se, but I don't know.
It's to have them as the official, I think it's the official vlogging camera, I think is what the wording was.
So if he has an iPhone on screen, then I don't think it's that big of a deal. If the brand deal is just to use the Samsung phones in the background, so that maybe that might be, but it's still kind of an interesting look if he does have an iPhone in his hand, but he has that deal with Samsung. So I can see why people would be a little bit looking at that in some way. But still, you got to know the specifics of the deal before you can criticize it. Andrew's asking, have we met for MetaQuest 3 or maybe I have not. My MetaQuest 2 is collecting dust, so I just don't see any point in me getting a MetaQuest.
Are you getting
3.
the Apple VR? Are you getting the Apple? Yes,
no.
You are. Come on.
No, I'm not.
You're the captain of Team Apple, baby.
I don't care. No. Andrew getting it. I'll listen to Andrew.
Andrew probably has it now. I've been using it.
Really. I'm not touching that with a 10-foot pole. Absolutely not.
Really? Wow.
No, because and I know this is where me and Andrew disagree, but it to me is a lot like the MetaQuest stuff. Like I mean, my MetaQuest 2 has been collecting dust for about a year now.
Mm-hmm.
Like I just don't see how Apple Vision Pro could be that much different. I just don't see it. Now, I will go into an Apple store and try it, and maybe my mind will be changed when I have that experience. But until I have that experience, I just don't have any desire to buy one.
You know what we didn't talk about? And speaking of like weird tech things like right now,
Yep.
temperature sensor. Have you used it yet?
I tried it out on me a little bit. Yeah.
No. It says expressly you can't use it on human, or you're not supposed to use it on humans.
I mean, I do a lot of things. Okay.
I use it to measure my friend's iPhone 15 Pro Max. I'm just kidding. But like it works quite well. It seems like it works well. But like here's the thing. Here's my theory about this. A lot of people have seen that the go-to narrative, the story people seem to be speculating on is, oh, they put it in there because of the thing a couple years ago, the vid, right? I think Google might be playing like going for a bigger segment of maybe more medical type stuff in their equipment and whatnot. And I think this might be the kind of like the trial to see how it is.
No, I think the way it's been explained is that they wanted to have it be used for a human being, but they couldn't get the medical
well, they've applied for it. They couldn't
get the certification. So because they couldn't get the certification, then it's just sitting there as a feature that you can't really use for much of anything. But I mean, it's interesting. I mean, it could have some interesting applications when they finally get the certification for it. But until then, we'll see.
I can tell you as a parent, it'd be a lot easier than sticking the thing in their mouth and waiting for them to.
That's true.
Right. So
Don Copeland said Mr. Mobile just dropped this review. The OnePlus Open, the camera puck. It's like, listen, I mean, I haven't watched too many videos, but the content that I have seen of the OnePlus Open, people seem to be raving about that foldable. So
I haven't seen any content yet. I'm gonna watch some stuff tonight.
My thing about the OnePlus Open, which I was talking about on Coffee Talk this morning, that as it relates to them selling the phone in the US, I don't know how many they're going to sell since they're not going to carriers.
It's called the Open?
Yeah, it's called OnePlus Open. Yeah.
What?
That's what it's called.
Really?
The OnePlus Open, yes.
What a dumb name. Are you serious? Hold on.
I mean, they're called OnePlus. What do you want from them, bro?
Wow. It's called the Open? I thought people were joking about this.
No.
Oh my God. It's called the Open?
No. Okay. Yes.
Wow. Okay.
It's called the OnePlus Open, yo.
Wow.
But even Andrew said it's incredible. Andrew probably has one. He said it's incredible. But yeah.
When you're open, I think of tennis.
I just wonder how many of those phones will be sold in the US since they're not going through carrier stores. But like much to Roberto's point this morning, I don't need to think it matters because they don't probably care about US sales that much.
Yeah, you know what's interesting? I'm being directed to the Canadian website, and I can buy one right now. They're available. I can pre-order right now.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, because there's oneplus.com/ca.
I mean, let's not get it twisted. That's still a $1,700 phone. So
it's 2,000 Canadian, $199.99.
Now LeBaron was saying that they were sold out earlier, so that's weird that you can get one. Maybe they re-up their stock. I don't know.
They probably have stock designated for the different regions.
Okay, can I pre-order? Let me see if I can pre-order one. I'm going to go to the OnePlus. I'm not going to buy it.
I'll be open. Wow.
Yeah, see, Andrew said they only made about 50,000 units. Like, Okay, so if I want a black one, because that leather is legit. Okay, I don't want to trade in. I just want to pre-order.
In 26 days.
Can I pre-order it? Let's see. Estimated delivery November 1st.
Comes with a free portrait of Pete Lau. I'm just kidding. It doesn't say that.
Okay, so it looks like I can order one. So this is cool. Okay.
Can you really?
Yeah. So they must reallocate some stock.
Get it done, buddy.
Oh, I'm not ordering one. Although I'm trying to figure out, I'm getting a $380 discount. I'm trying to figure out why.
You know what's weird is their website right now is showing $199.99 Canadian, and then it has crossed out $299.99, like it's $1,000 off or something. No, wait a minute, $22.99. So it's it's $300 off. I'm getting the same thing here. So there's Emerald Dusk or Voyager Black. The Emerald looks nice. I like this green.
So this is pretty awesome because I'm getting a price of $1,500 for this phone, which is what I said how much photo should be from the get-go. If they could bring them down to like $1,500, I'm like, you might have more people's attention with that type of pricing. But yeah, if I want to buy it, to be $1,500, which is not bad.
So Snapdragon 8 Gen 2, 120 hertz, 2K AMOLED.
Yeah, I'm not doing that. I'm not doing that. Yeah,
do you think Google will come out with a Flip next year along with a Fold 2?
I don't know. I just hope I'm more concerned or more hoping that they come out with a Fold 2 because the Fold 1 was so good.
I think they will. I think they will.
I hope so. Yeah, please come out with a fold too.
I think we'll see the 8A along with a fold and hopefully a flip.
The 8A, the 8A, huh?
8A. It's the Canadian version. You know, because we say A. No,
Max is so funny. Max Weinbach is so funny. He just tweeted that he just used Instacart for the first time in 3 years because he hates going into his local Costco. He said that place exposing to him the death of humanity. It's horrible vibe.
Jeez.
I went to Costco a few days ago. I didn't see much of anything in there.
You have a Costco membership as a single guy?
I have a Costco membership as a not single guy. Yes.
Oh, sorry. Excuse me.
Yeah.
The lady. Sorry.
She added me to her membership though. Yeah. I'm like, cool. All right, work for me. But yeah, when I walked in there the other day, I didn't notice anything out of the ordinary. Just people shopping and trying to get their stuff.
Yeah.
But yeah.
I love Costco, man. I love the samples. I like to go there when I'm hungry and just eat everything. Then take a nap.
Yeah, that's one of the cool things about Costco, man. Yo, they got sample stations all over that joint. Like, I love it.
Real good amounts, right?
Yeah.
Like, here, try 10 meatballs. Okay.
Right? They're like, yo, they're like, here. I'm like, hey.
Eat meatballs and we'll take a nap next to the avocados after. Thank you. Right? Pass the Kirkland syrup. Right?
The Kirkland cookies, yo. I go for the cookies, man. The cookies are to die for.
Yeah.
The chocolate chip cookie from Kirkland. Oh my God.
Crack. You know what? My daughter, for her birthday last year, she didn't want us to make a birthday cake for her. Her birthday is actually coming up next week. She wanted a Costco tuxedo cake. Have you ever had the tuxedo cake?
I have not.
Go get the tuxedo cake and thank me later.
I'm still relatively new to the whole Costco thing.
Dude, go get a tuxedo cake.
Don said the hot dog wrecked me. I mean, do they have like sample hot dogs? They got sample hot dogs. I'm in.
Wait, hold on. You don't know about the hot dogs?
No, I did not just say I just got the membership. I'm new.
Okay. Oh my God.
New. Come on now.
Okay, let me tell you about the hot dogs. They're amazing. It's not the sample thing. Listen. Oh. It's right by it's right by where you pay. There's like a cafeteria kind of thing, right? For $1.50, it's $1.50 Canadian. You get a pop and a big ass hot dog. It's a loss leader for them. They don't make any money. My wife and I will literally take the kids there.
Oh, is it the restaurant? That's right. Okay.
Yeah, dude. It's so good. So good. Like, go there. You can have as many as you want.
I've been on a hot dog kick lately. So I gotta go try it out.
Their grandmother used to do this with them all the time. So now she passed away. We've been doing this with them. They love it.
Don said they're $1.50. That's all you got left when you leave.
Yeah, man. Really,
bro. You ain't lying, man. When I went there the other day, I brought like 4 things and ended up spending $100. Like, come on, man.
Damn. Yeah. Can I get a bag of iPads? Like what?
Yeah, that's one of the cool things when I walk in there. They as soon as you walk in, well, at least the ones around here, they're electronic section. They got like tablets and computers and laptops and things and headphones right there when you walk in. Like,
Costco's a place to get a TV, man. Like
the TVs, yes, all with the TVs. Yep.
Yeah, like everything. They got everything from the
like a mini Best Buy. Yep. Like a mini Best Buy.
Yep.
All right. So I think we've exhausted all our topics. Unless you got anything else that you want to talk about. Like I said, Pixelway Pro, damn good device. This is the best Pixel they've made yet. I'm enjoying it. I'm enjoying using it. I need to go out and take more pictures, so I need to do that. But yeah, phone is legit. Like Google,
play around with the video features, man. Like I
haven't shot any video yet.
A lot of the video features are pretty cool this year, and there's definitely an improvement with video. How it compares against Apple, I couldn't tell you, but I can definitely tell a difference between video on this compared to last year's. I can definitely tell a difference. Like,
that's another thing. The reviewer kept saying that the video was definitely improved on the 8 Pro.
Yeah,
Michael said the brilliance of getting you to stay a little longer with the food, hoping you remember something else and buy more. Probably.
I mean, you don't bring out a feature on your Pro device called Video Boost without improving the video, right? So, I'm looking forward to that feature being dropped.
Yeah, no doubt. Actually, let me go get this link real quick because I know my dude Holla at Your Boy is about to go live here in a moment. So I'm just going to drop this link in the chat and direct y'all.
You ever tried doing the redirect thing?
I have not. Yeah, I use StreamYard, so I will have to go to
you have to do it on the YouTube backend.
You're right.
So after you put the stream up on StreamYard, you actually have to put his link in the redirect. But he has to have you allowed as someone who can do that. And then as soon as this stream ends, you get sent over there.
That's lame. Why did you have to allow? Well, I guess. So
here's the thing, though. You and I should try it like next week. Like I should stream like an hour, like maybe a half hour before you, whatever kind of thing. and then just it would automatically direct to you.
Wait, is he not going live? Maybe he's not going live tonight. I don't think he set up. Okay, but he might not be going live tonight. And I don't see anything.
The direct thing needs to be more like real time, kind of like how they do on Twitch. Like, right, for example, I always see at the end of Twitch streams where they're like, okay, let's see who else is live. Oh, let's all go here, and then we all raid. Whereas with YouTube right now, you have to do it pre going live, right? So,
all right. Actually, no. Before we leave here, I just want to plead with y'all. And I'm not saying because it's probably not really y'all that are in this chat because y'all are pretty good people. But if anybody comes across this live stream for the future, and you are one of the people out here on Twitter or on social media bad mouthing another creator or commenting about how another creator runs their business and things like that, can you stop? can y'all just let people run their channels and their businesses how they see fit? Because they're not, even if you voice your opinion or disagree, they're not going to change how to run their business. Especially if they're a successful creator, they're not going to listen to you. Like, just use that energy, do your thing, and put that energy toward making your content better and different things like that. Or here's the big one. If you watch a video from a tech reviewer, whether they be Marquez or Mr. Who's the Boss Big or somebody smaller, and you don't agree with their take, put your own take out there on video. Stop
or go watch other creators. There's more than just five big creators.
Go watch some other creators or more. Or what I would say is go out there and make your own video and put your own opinions out there. Y'all get so tight about other people's opinions.
Some of the best deep dive content we have across tech is done by smaller creators, like 10,000, 20,000, right? There's some good stuff out there.
Yeah, there's a lot of good creators out here, but y'all, I mean, you all always finding fault with even bigger creators. Just go make your own content, man.
I'm personally tired of every time something happens with Marquez, specifically Marquez. It's just like outrage. Oh my god!
Every time, man. And it makes you look bad. I'm sorry, it makes y'all look bad. Please stop.
I think it's okay to point things out, but when people take it to the outrage level, I'm just like, okay, calm down. Like, calm down, right?
Yeah.
Right.
I mean, clearly, y'all are such experts about the things that these other creators are doing wrong. So why don't y'all show us how to do it right? Show us the correct way. I'm game. Put your content out there, baby. We are in the land of opportunity for content creators, so there's no reason for y'all not to put your hats in the ring. And this man, Zach, got all the entry.
So here's the funny story. I bought 2 of the original green guys, like 8 or 9 years ago, and then Tina, my wife, gave me a pack of all these rainbow ones, and I never opened these. She gave it to me like 5 or 6 years ago, and I never opened them until like a week ago, like a few weeks ago. So I've got all these different colors here, and yeah.
Also, if I see any complaints on social media about Zach not having an iPhone or using an iPhone, we're gonna have problems. We're gonna have words, y'all. We're gonna have words, okay?
This camera right here,
we're gonna have words, fam.
This is an iPhone right here.
Okay.
This is an iPhone.
Y'all see these Androids in this damn screen? I don't want to hear any complaints about Zach not using an iPhone, okay? I don't want to hear it.
Here's how my iPhone works. It stays in the studio and it's used as a secondary camera. And I message Chuck. That's it. Seriously, it's the only one I have on iMessage.
Oh, Zach, we got a request, man. We got a request. You got to bring out the baby Yoda.
Oh, Yoda's back here. This is a Grogu. This is a Lego.
We don't call him Grogu. Come on now, stop it.
Yeah, baby.
Baby Yoda right there.
Right there. There's my Titan key. I didn't have to even open this when I switched to my Pixel. It was just wild. Yeah. Oh, by the way, I love this thing. This is their charge key for charge. Like, this is a cable, USB-C to C. They also have a Lightning. This is a cable, and it just hangs on your and listen to the click. You ready? Ready?
Yeah, I remember when they asked if I wanted one of those, and I was like, "What? I don't know what I'm gonna do. I can't do anything with that." Hey, I'm glad to see so many of y'all getting use out of it. Oh, also, there's a rumor that Avengers Tower is becoming a Lego set. Oh boy, that could be interesting. Also,
really?
Yes. And speaking of the Avengers Tower, you can swing by it in Spider-Man 2, which I thought was also cool.
No, they put it in there? Really?
It's in Spider-Man 2. I don't know. It might have been in the first one, but it's definitely in Spider-Man 2.
I heard that the new World Trade Center tower is not there. Like how in the first one it wasn't there.
I'm not sure, but the Avengers Tower is definitely in there.
Interesting. Cool. Man. That's cool.
But so I can't redirect y'all anywhere. So I guess on that note, y'all enjoy your Friday. Be kind, be safe out there. And I will catch y'all.
Thanks for having me on
next week. And thank you for being here, sir. Appreciate you making the time, man. But I'll catch y'all later. You know where I'll be. Find me on Twitter. Wait. What? Michael
What?
Pemberton Avengers Tower 549. Wait, is it official yet? Like I know, I think the one's out there is like 31 minifigure. I don't think it's official yet though. But when it does become official, I might have to look into that because that can be a cool Lego set. But until the next time, y'all. Peace.